Good evening. About to get it started here. Getting a few things set up. Hope everybody's having a great night. Hope you had a great day. I mean, it's Tuesday. How great can it be? I'm going to be doing a fan panel this evening, getting everybody lined up. It's been crazy, guys. A lot going on with the Miami Dolphins. A lot going on in the world. So want to give an opportunity for people to come in and speak their mind, get everybody's take on what's been going on lately. Pardon. Bear with me as I get things set up. All right. Just making my rounds before I get started here. Hope you're enjoying the music. Setting the mood for the evening. Okay, we're good there. All right. So there's a lot to get into. some obvious things, some rumors that have been going around. We're still talking Tom Brady and Sean Payton nonsense. I feel like it's all just picked up really for no particular reason. The Deebo Samuels chatter has definitely picked up some steam. Obviously the team is, 49ers are ready and willing to make a trade for the right price, it seems. So really want to get some input from Dolphins fans and see how we feel, see what everybody's pulse is on the situation. How you feeling about the team? We got to see Tua's little event a couple days back. Maybe review some of that video. Review some of the video of Waddle training out there. So a lot of fun stuff to get into. I'm going to be dropping the link in the Discord for anybody that wants to join the conversation. So if you're in here and you are not in the Discord, I'm going to put that in the chatterino. In the Twitch chat. So hop on over. Come chill, come talk. Need to create a new channel here. Would love to get on here and talk. Absolutely. Are you in the Discord? Yeah, you are on the Discord, right? Gotta fix my mic. Cool. Yeah, just jump in the channel that's the stream waiting room channel and just like write a little comment in there, and then I can get you into the stream chat. I'm still waiting for a few more guys that are going to come through and talk for a little bit. Hey, Crispy Audio, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. So yeah, if there's anybody else that's watching, if you want to join the conversation. Oh, and MCJB, what's up, bro? We might be catching a game. Might be catching the Braves Marlins game. I haven't been to a Marlins game in so long, guys. I'm so stoked. And I'm going with my wife, too. Her first time going to a baseball game at all. So, hey, thanks for the follow. We just started, and 3 followers? Come on, guys. I can't handle it. There's too much going on. So yeah, if you guys want to join again, join the panel, hop in the Discord. I put the link, but I'm going to post the link again to the Discord. And then jump in the stream waiting room. And then I'll get you set up. And I know this is kind of like the first time we've done this on the channel, so bear with me as we get everybody in here. This process will be streamlined, obviously, as more people come through and we get accustomed. I know a lot of people in the fan base are used to Streamlabs, but we're out here using Discord, trying to modernize ourselves. All right. Still getting just used to the new setup, but I'm curious for the ones that are here, the ones in chat, what do you guys think about the Deebo Samuel's news that seems like the 49ers are ready and willing to move on from him for the right price? Are you in on Deebo? I mean, we have Waddle, we have Tyreek Hill, but if you can get a Deebo Samuel, do you do it? I get kind of giddy thinking about it, but man, it's hard to pass up on a guy like that. And let's be honest, guys, Stephen Ross is gonna get hit real soon by the NFL for some of this nonsense that he did the last couple of years. There's a good chance we're not going to have any of these first round picks. So we may as well get rid of them. Get rid of them while we can. But that's kind of the biggest talking point. I want to get everybody's ideas on that. How do you join this stream? Okay, hey, so go in the stream waiting room channel under general. There's a channel called Stream Waiting Room. Go in there and just leave a comment, and then I'll approve you so that you get access to the stream chat. And this is just kind of a way that, I don't want to like open it up and go crazy so that anybody can hop in. I know that if you're in the Discord and if you go through the trouble of joining the Discord, that you're somebody who's actually interested in talking. But yeah, there's a stream waiting room channel. Just click in there, type here or whatever. I think I see you. I can probably just approve you. Yeah, I got you. You should see. Okay, I see you in the general chat. So you should now see another one called Stream Chat, because I just approved you, AJ. Hey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, barely. What's up?
Oh, what's up, dude? Oh.
All right, man.
You could probably hear me better now, yeah?
Hold on. Let me try and fix something.
It might be my mic in the. Give me a sec. Okay, hold on.
Hear your talk now?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Perfect. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Good, man. Just chilling. Just got some work done.
Bet.
And now I'm just chilling. Ready to talk some Dolphins.
Let's do it, dude. How you feeling? How you feeling about everything that's gone on so far and the off season?
I knew they were going to be aggressive, but to say anything about what has happened, it's just unbelievable. I think we've had an insane offseason. I mean, I'd love for them to go out and get Shredder, but I'm not gonna be greedy. I like what we have. I like what we're building, so I'm excited.
I feel you. I feel you. So what do you think about the Deebo stuff? The rumors going around about Deebo.
Again, I don't want to get too greedy. I mean, dude, Deebo, Samuel, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, not to mention Cedric Wilson and even Lynn Bowden. Um, I think it would be insane. But if you bring Deebo here, like Tua's got he's got no choice but to ball out, and I think if he balls out, then you got to pay him. And what money are you going to pay him with? You're gonna have no cap space, and I mean, I would love the addition of Deebo, but I mean,
Thanks for following,
one
Chris.
of his buddies
Appreciate you,
posted
bro.
on Instagram today the thing about that he wants 25 mil a year.
Yeah, dude,
And
it's pretty nuts.
I don't think we have that money just lying around. I mean, you could do the guaranteed thing and add on to the contract that he's in right now, which will save you, but now that's what 4 or 5 contracts in 3 years that you have to pay big bucks to, and I'm just not trying to have a franchise that's stuck in dead cap.
I feel you. Yeah, good takes, dude. Hey, MCJB just hopped in. What's up, bro?
What's up, Drew Patron? How you doing, bud?
Good. How's it
What's
going?
up, bro?
What's up, bro?
How you feeling? What's it?
I don't know how to work this. Hold on. How do you mute my mic? Because I got a hella noise in the frog noise in the background. How the fuck do you mute the mic? I'm so confused.
You can. There's a mute button there. They also have in Discord. I know a lot of the Dolphins community is not super familiar with Discord, but I want to bring it to the community, right?
Weird.
But there's a mute button, but there's also a really nice feature in Discord. You can push to talk. So whenever you want to talk, you push and hold a button, kind of like a walkie-talkie.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Pretty dope.
What button's that? Hold on, I'm sorry.
You got to set it up.
I'm not that old, I promise.
You younger than me, dude.
All right, now.
It's all right. Well, I'll help you get it set up another time. We're good. It's not really when you stop talking, it kind of mutes, so I don't hear any of the background noise.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. So what's good, dude? How you feeling?
Man, I'm hyped. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone else is hyped about the season. Everybody's ready for September. Man, I am damn ready. I'm sorry. Do you have a swear jar?
Nah, bro. Go for it.
Okay, cool. I am
It
so
cannot
freaking,
come any faster.
I'm so damn ready for freaking September to come. Because we are about to whip some motherfucking candy asses on some other teams, baby. Let's go.
I know, bro. Let's go. Broken Scoop
Yeah.
Scoville's got the season tickets. Let's go. If only, dude. I don't live in Florida anymore, so I can't spend money like that. But
Yeah, man, I'm going to North Carolina for college, so it looks like I'm paying the $100 for an NFL Sunday ticket every month.
oh no, I got you, bro. Hey, stick around in the Discord. You don't need to pay for that. I'll get you the hookup.
Yeah, thanks,
All right, sounds good, man. Cause I don't know, I gotta be watching my Dolphins, man. No one's bothering me on Sundays. Girlfriend wants to come over. Nah, you can come watch the game, but we ain't doing nothing till that game's over. And if they lose, I'm sorry, we're not going out.
No, it's it. You better. She better just go home.
Yeah, fact. See, like Monday through Saturday, you got me, but Sunday it's all Dolphins, man. My
yeah.
commitment's to my team.
Yeah, I feel you, dude.
Thanks for that.
Oh yeah. Wait, so are you a Tua fan? Both of you guys?
I'm a Dolphins fan first.
Right.
I look. As long as Tua's a Dolphin, I guess I'm a Tua fan. A lot of people are afraid to say that, but I'm a Dolphin fan first. But Tua's my quarterback, and I fuck with it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, do you think he could take us to a Super Bowl?
with this team, yeah,
We will find out this year.
yeah.
Because I think this is what I think. If he cooperates and execute with the talent that we freaking have on wide receiver and running backs, yeah, we got a pretty good. We have a great shot of going to the Super Bowl. But if we don't, if he plays like he did, I don't want to say last year, because I don't know. I don't even know how to explain about last year. He was okay, but he just needs to be greater than what he did last year. He just,
For
I think
sure,
Yeah.
he
dude.
played that, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain
It's
it
just
very well.
it makes no sense to me, man, because I see what he did in college and I watch those and I'm like, none of that's there. That confidence is just not there. I feel like that hip injury really
That
altered
hip
him.
injury, I missed. Yeah, that killed.
100%. Not only
And
the
that
hip
red
injury, guys. Remember
Buffalo,
the ribs. The exactly, MC. The
that
ribs.
hurt him too a lot too. I'm sorry, Drew.
See, but I feel like
No, you're
after the rib injury, like if you like those games that he came back after the rib injury, like dude was balling. Like the Jaguars game went insane. Falcons game, I was there, led us to
I
a
was there
winning
too at the
touchdown
Falcons
drive,
game.
but our defense blew the game, of course.
Yeah,
It's just like I
but
don't know.
he
It's just
did
such a
still throw that
confusing
pick.
topic.
I I give it. I don't know about defense. Did blow that game against Atlanta, but he did throw a pick. Like that was like right at the end. Should have been a touchdown, but I'm not gonna go that far.
Yeah, I feel. Big, Nabo says, "Are we excited for Tua's big sit-down interview?"
Well, you can read comments.
What
Well,
happened?
I mean,
Oh, I got comments on the Twitch side.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
the
I'll read
thing
them out.
with
I'll read them
that
out if
is
somebody's
like
got questions. I'll read them out to you guys.
the thing is like, all right, we got this interview right, but we all know that interview is gonna be altered. Like we all know that's gonna be like modified and dummied down by all the editors and stuff. So I mean, you're just gonna
Probably.
hear what you want to hear. You're not gonna
Especially if
hear-
Omar Kelly's involved. I don't trust that guy anymore. I appreciate him, for what he does for the the franchise, right? To be being the guy, but I don't know. It's just in the interview he had with Flores, I feel like that was like his opportunity to go in hard, and I feel like he kind of pussied out. If I'm being honest, dude, like he kind of sucked up a little bit while Flores, like. I feel like on Twitter he's really he'll go really heavy on Flores, but in person, man, he just he gave him a ton of softballs.
He does
never
not
really
let
pushed
it
him on
hang at all,
anything.
man. He does not let it hang at all.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like he switches up so much too because on Twitter he'll be talking so much shit about Tua, but then in the I Am Athlete podcast yesterday with Waddle, he was saying in the thing how he believes in Tua with this lineup and how Tua's gonna be that guy that takes that next step, not this year but next year. Like, where does this all come from? Not once have I ever heard him say that. And if you go on his Twitter, he literally compares Tua to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, well, Nebo says Omar had. Oh no, it was Broken Skullville that said that Omar said that they cut out a lot of the hard questions, which, I mean, I guess I could believe that, but I don't know. It seems like a cop out, a little. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he said,
One
and
thing
then
that
Nebo
worried-
said, sorry, Omar had the podcast with Chad Johnson. He talked to Waddle. Waddle left the door for him to go and talk to Tua, and said he wants him to speak for himself. It's a good point.
Very good point. But one thing that scares me about this season is the middle of our defense. Scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
That's
Not the
our.
linebackers. The
I feel like
inside.
we're gonna get killed in the middle.
Oh yeah, I could see that. We should have picked up Bobby Wagner, I think. But oh well.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
but-
I think they've got something up their sleeve, right? Either they've got something up their sleeve, or they think they can work with what we've got.
See, I like the Melvin Ingram thing with him coming in,
Yeah.
but like if you think about it, is he really gonna sit behind Ogba and
He knows his
Phillips?
place.
And do y'all think Reuben Foster is gonna come here?
Hey, Pamela, how's it going?
Reuben Foster, everyone tries to blow things out of proportion. Like this man's been on what 2 or 3 NFL rosters already and hasn't done anything. So what do you think he's gonna do when he comes here? And like it's not like we have Flores, who's a defensive minded coach. We have an offensive minded
Thanks
coach.
for the follow, Pam.
And we have Josh
That is
Boyer.
true.
We have no idea. Josh Boyer can say he called the plays all he wants, but wasn't he apparently calling the plays the first 8 games of the season? when we were 1-7 and our defense was getting roasted every game.
Well, I
my
mean, it's
questions are on that
disputed, right?
defense, man.
I think, look, and I've talked about this a few times on my stream. I've talked about this with some of the other YouTubers, and I won't go too deep into it, but I think Boyer was calling plays all year. I think through the first 8 games, he was potentially throwing games. If you guys want to go into it, I can go deeper into the conspiracy theory. But
I love it, Gerald. Come on with it. I love it.
Look.
Yeah, I'm hip to that for real. But like, if he's throwing games, why is he still on our staff with a new coach?
Okay, I'm so glad you asked. All right, I guess we're diving in, boys. All right, here's the catch. Pamela's in the chat. She says the D was on the field too long. Look, I'm gonna explain everything.
She's damn right. No run game. That's what no run game does.
It's true. It's true. We didn't have the personnel to run the defense they wanted. Absolutely. All right, it's time to go down the rabbit hole.
We didn't have the personnel to run the ball on offense to give our defense time to have a breather. Yeah. I'll give them that.
Listen, here's the conspiracy theory, okay? So I think we kind of believe that. Pamela says, "Hey, MCJB." So if we believe Brian Flores, okay, that he was offered money to throw games from the one and only Stephen Ross. I don't think it's so crazy to think that once Stephen Ross asked him to throw games and he didn't, and once Stephen Ross asked him to meet an unnamed quarterback on a yacht and he said no, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to think that Ross wanted Flores gone at that point, okay? And what I believe is that Ross potentially offered Josh Boyer and maybe even some of the offensive coaching staff, maybe the offensive line, hint, hint, okay, to throw games. And how can I substantiate this, okay?
Throw easily. Games for what, though? Games for what?
So that we can look like a bad team and get rid of Brian Flores. And here's why I have this is why I believe this. Okay, we go the first 8 games of the season. We win against New England barely, and then we lose 7 straight. Horrible. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, what changed in the Ravens game? Now, people will say, well, what changed was the play calling. Some people will say that Flores started calling plays. Some people will say that Gerald Alexander started calling plays. But from what we know, Josh Boyer was calling plays all year long. Okay, what changed in that Ravens game? Well, that Ravens game was the first game that Gerald Alexander was sent up to the booth with Josh Boyer. Okay, what is something else that we heard around that time from the news? Around Thanksgiving, okay, around November, which the Ravens game was November 17th, I believe. Okay, around Thanksgiving, Brian Flores stopped talking to his coaching staff. He went silent. He wasn't talking to the coaching staff. What I think is that Brian Flores figured out that Josh Boyer was calling bad plays to throw games, and in an attempt to kind of stop him, he put Gerald Alexander in the booth as a kind of middleman to make sure no funny business was going on. And the final piece of the puzzle, okay, who is still on this team and who is not? Brian Flores and Gerald Alexander are gone, but Josh Boyer is still here. I believe Ross gave him immunity. He said, hey, throw some games and I'll bring you on next year with a new head coach. I'll give you a chance to run the defense and we can run it back. And that's why Josh Boyer and the rest of the defensive coaching staff, with a few exceptions, Gerald Alexander, that's why some coaches are here and some are gone. Now, again, I don't have any evidence. I just have all this circumstantial evidence that kind of lines up. Everything, the timelines add up, right? Everything kind of adds up to lead me down this path. Whether it's factual or not, take it for what it's worth, but nothing else to me makes sense. What do you guys think? What, like, am I crazy? I mean, I am probably a little crazy, but Pamela says, "Do I really think that a coach can throw a game without full cooperation?" Pamela, you don't need any cooperation. Josh Boyer was calling the plays. So there's no cooperation needed. Josh Boyer just has to call a less than optimal play or put together a less than optimal game plan. And that's it. I don't think, and that's the whole point that makes it, that what makes most sense, right? Is that there's no way that you can get a bunch of guys to corroborate and throw games all together, right? But I can convince one or two guys to maybe put guys in. Right? What was another thing that we saw early on in the year that changed in the Ravens game? They started using players more optimally, right? Jalen Phillips, that was the week that Jalen Phillips really turned it on, because they stopped putting him in coverage. They woke up and we as fans, we were all looking at it, was like, oh my God, Jalen Phillips, he just turned it on. Bullshit. He didn't turn nothing on. They just stopped putting the man in coverage, which we know that man can't cover.
I mean,
he's a
look
pass
at his
rusher.
college highlights. This man was a sack machine.
He's a sack machine, and they were putting him in coverage, okay? So, and this is what I mean by it doesn't take anybody to buy in. The coach just has to.
So fishy and so much like.
You know what sounds fishy, dude? Meeting Tom Brady on a fucking yacht while he's still under contract with the Patriots. That is a so much wilder scenario to fathom, right? And the fact is that very likely happened. This is almost way less crazy of an idea than meeting Tom Brady and paying Flores to lose games. I mean, those are really and that's why I think once you concede the fact that there's already really crazy shit that went on, like everything else you can kind of write it off as like, well, yeah, I mean, that's possible.
Yeah. Dude, you want to hear something even crazier, right? This is to Brady, all right? This is what I'm thinking. So, the day that Brady retires, right? So what I'm thinking is, I saw something about Sean Payton, and I read into it, and I actually, believe in it. So, Sean Payton and Brady were going to come to Miami, right? And the day that Brady retired, he was going to retire and become a minority owner for the Dolphins. And then he was going to come out of retirement and play for the Dolphins, and we were going to trade for him from the Bucks, and we were going to trade for Sean Payton as well. But the day that Tom Brady retired and all this was supposed to go down, yada yada yada. And this is like Sean Payton we weren't going to trade for Sean Payton because Sean Payton had already retired, right? Sean Payton, when he retired, said he wasn't closing the door for coaching in the future.
Yeah, which I think that there was already talks between Stephen Ross and Sean Payton at that point. Oh,
yeah. I have no doubt in my mind. And Brady, being a Michigan guy, see the ties? The day that Brady retired and was going to do all this stuff with the Dolphins, Brian Flores did the lawsuit. And the only way for Tom Brady now to play football in the NFL is with the Buccaneers because he has 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, for this year.
If Tua shits the bed this year, you have my word on it. Our quarterback next year will be Tom freaking Brady. And we will draft Van Dyke in the draft from UM, and he will sit behind Brady for a year. Mark my word. We have 2 first-round picks. I can put money on it. If Tua does not play to the liking of the GM, the coach, or the owner, Brady is our quarterback next year. I can assure you.
It's not crazy. Pamela says, "Gag me." Pansy is a no-go. Look, I know there's a lot of Dolphins fans that feel a certain way about Tom Brady. I'm one of them. Okay.
I hate fucking Brady.
I hate him so much, and I respect him as a player, right, and as a man, everything he's done. But my gosh, I hate me some Tom Brady. But if he gives us a chance at a Super Bowl, I mean, wouldn't it be the ultimate revenge for like? Think of it like this, right? I'm trying to get some Dolphins fans on the Brady train. But like, would it not be the biggest slap in the face to Patriots fans, right? To say that we got your boy and he won us a Super Bowl.
And he's gonna fucking dick you down twice a year.
Could you imagine? Nebo says, if you want Brady, you're not a fan. That's cut and dry. Dude, I don't want Brady. But if he's here, what am I gonna do? I can't fire him.
Hey, he's better. I'm gonna say it right now. I love Tua, but as of right now, Brady's a better quarterback, and you can't deny that. Like
Brady's a better quarterback than 90% of the quarterbacks in the NFL.
Exactly, dude. That's like people saying, "Oh, if we trade for Watson." You know, I mean, I wouldn't mind Watson if there's no legal issues, but there's illegal issues, and we don't know what that's going to bring. I know he's probably safe for the 22 season, but what about the 23 season?
You said Watson?
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded Watson in Miami if there
Didn't
was
he
no
just
legal
settle all
issues.
his cases today? Didn't I saw something about that.
No, so basically what's happening is there's going to be the trial's delayed, so there's going to be no trial in 2022. For the civil lawsuits. So that will be held in 2023. So it won't affect him this season. It will affect him.
Yeah, he'll probably play all
season.
17 games this year.
He'll probably take him deep into the playoffs.
And we got to play him, dude. If we play the God.
What's going to happen is Watson's going to be rusty, dude. He's a year without football. Like, remember that. Rust is going to be there first couple games.
He was in the building all year though.
Yeah, man, but there's nothing. I'm a pitcher in baseball, man, and there's no way of getting better other than game experience.
Yeah, I feel you. No, you're definitely right. There's gonna be some rust to knock off. But I mean, think of it this way: like you've seen quarterbacks that have had season-ending injuries at the beginning of a year, and they had to sit out a whole year, and they come back the next year and they don't skip a beat, right? This isn't like crazy to think that he could come and basically pick up where he left off, especially because it wasn't because of injury, right? He's been training and doing everything necessary to stay in shape. So he's actually in a better position than, let's say, like a guy like Joe Burrow, for instance, who missed. He didn't miss the whole season, but he missed a big chunk of the season.
I know someone not too far from home down in Miami who's missed a beat ever since that injury. And Tua's my favorite player, but dude, you don't see him doing the things he was doing in college, and that's what I don't know if it's the coaches restricting him or if he's just too scared to just let it freaking fire. But this man used to throw some freaking missiles.
Yeah.
Not far. It didn't have to be far. I'm talking about you got Waddle or Devontae Smith running over the middle, right, in between two defenders. Put some absolute zip on the ball. And one of the only times I've ever seen him do that in the NFL, one that comes to brain really easily, first and goal from the 10-yard line, Tua drops back, throws the ball in between three defenders, hits Jalen Waddle against the Panthers. That's the only one that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing shit like that multiple times a game in college.
Yeah.
And now it's like he goes to go push off that back leg, and it's just like he can't.
Yeah, it's concerning, right? And I think it's 75% injuries, right? And like Pamela said in the chat, coaching support was another big one. So the mental aspect. I don't think it gets talked about enough, right? Whenever we talk about Tua, we talk about, the haters will bring up the lack of deep throws. But
he could throw the ball far. He had the longest air pass last year out of any quarterback.
Exactly. We know he can throw the ball. Well, they said I don't even want to get into it, dude, because the everybody will go above and beyond to kind of poo-poo on the guy.
He can throw the ball far.
The fact is, let's just be honest, right? the kid was probably scared for his life behind that offensive line. He saw what happened the year before to Joe Burrow, and he lived, in week 2 against the Bills, right? Basically the worst case scenario. The kid is, I think, scared behind the offensive line. And like Pamela said, he didn't have the coaching support, right? And everybody says, well, Flores isn't really a super nice guy to anybody. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Everybody else doesn't matter. The QB is the most important position on a football team. And the quarterback is probably the most mentally what's the word I'm looking for? It requires the most mental toughness and support that you can have on the football field, right? A quarterback needs to feel safe and secure to be able to, take chances and make mistakes. And if you feel like your job's on the line, that's hard to do because you may make more mistakes trying to, step out of bounds. This is why I didn't want Teddy Bridgewater. Mental stamina. Thanks, Nabo. That's exactly the word. I think having Teddy Bridgewater is the worst thing for Tua right at this point in his development, because the kid needs to feel like his job is secure, that that he can take chances and not be worried about getting benched the next week.
I thought that Tua was gonna. I honestly swear that we were seeing a different Tua this season. I thought we were seeing a different Tua this season before the rib injury. You look at preseason, dude was firing it on all cylinders. I know he threw that pick against the Falcons in the preseason game and yada, 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 but he was firing zips to Gesicki. You name it, he was throwing it. Isaiah Ford, Isaiah freaking Ford, that dude's ass. Let's be real. We trade him every year for a 7th round pick, and he somehow ends up on our roster again and again and again. But he was firing zips. In the New England game, all right, you're playing a top defense in the NFL. You go out there and you put up you put up decent numbers, but that's a good defense. You get the win, okay? You led us on a couple really good drives. Some of them stalled out toward the end, but we were seeing a different, more confident Tua. Then that rib injury happens. He misses 5 weeks, comes back, and he has to sit behind fucking Jesse Davis as his right tackle. Robert Hunt was his right tackle. First game of the season against the Patriots. I like Robert Hunt at right tackle. When he was right tackle his rookie year or his sophomore year, what was it? Was this his sophomore year? This was his third year
for Robert Hunt? You said?
Yeah. Was this his sophomore? Or
I think this
year?
is his second year.
All right, so he's going into his third now, but his rookie year, he was graded a middle of the pack right tackle whenever he played by PFF, and but we needed him in that guard spot because you got no one there, and because you moved Dieter to center, which that made no sense. I mean, you bring in Skura right in the offseason when you could have brought in, I forgot the dude who it was, but there was a guy out there you could have brought in, didn't bring him in. We had freaking was it Creed Humphrey, the dude that was on the board that we didn't draft? It was the dude that we picked Eichenberg over, and that dude became a stud.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, but
I forgot what
I'll
team
take your
it
word
was.
for it.
It might have been Tyler Linderbaum or something.
Oh, Linderbaum was he went off earlier. I think. I can't recall anymore.
Let me check really quick.
Yeah. Well, and just I'm gonna, I forgot that I can highlight some of these chats, but I know Nabo and Pam are in the chat, and it's Pamela says what he went through the past 2 years. This year's going to be a cakewalk for him, and I have to agree. The weapons that he has, right? And we can all admit at this point, right? Hand to your heart. Okay. There's no excuses for Tua. Is that fair? We can't give the excuse to Tua that he doesn't have the weapons or that he doesn't have the offensive line and that he doesn't have the coaching. This is it. If Tua flops this year, I'm willing to listen. I'm the first one to admit. Where is it?
By the way, it was Creed Humphrey. He was
Okay,
picked.
Creed Humphrey.
Eichenberg was picked. Eichenberg was picked 42. Creed Humphrey was picked 63. And I wanted Creed Humphrey, but he hurt his ankle his senior season. So did freaking Waddle.
Yeah.
Mind blowing, man. Mind blowing how we miss that big on a pick.
Yep. I didn't have. I was gonna show my Tua cards. I've got several pricey Tua cards. All right. I'm a Tua buyer. I buy Tua. Okay. But if he doesn't work this year, look. I mean, I'm even thinking about maybe selling some of them in the offseason because his numbers are up. But I'm all in on Tua. But man, if it doesn't work out this year, it's just time to move on.
Yeah, it's
But I think he can do it this year.
Man.
If there was ever a time for him to turn it on, it's this year. It's this team. It's this coaching staff, right? This is it. And if you look, he's got to improve, right? Because we saw the last 2 years, he didn't look terrible, right? Tua just looked to me scared on the field a lot of times. And I think I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see a more confident Tua because he's going to have, a coach that's got his back. I think we're going to see a Tua that's not scared to sit in the pocket, which is how many snaps did Tua take? I mean, I could pull up the PFF the report. How many snaps did Tua take under center?
Oh, snaps! I said sacks.
No, snaps under center.
All I know is that when he was under center, he was more confident. We would roll him out, and he'd hit Gesicki, or as we saw a bunch of times, he'd hit Durham Smythe.
But imagine this year, he can actually take snaps from under center and just sit in the pocket, right? He's going to have time to sit there and let plays develop.
You act like the left tackle we got from the Saints, Teron Armstead's going to be healthy all 17 games. He's not. Hasn't been able to do it his whole career.
I will say I think the entire offensive line is going to be upgraded because of the coaches we've brought in. How many offensive guru coaches have we brought in? Offensive line gurus have we brought in this offseason? There's at least 3. I don't recall the names, but we've got a lot of guys that are offensive line specialists, and their job is to come in here and figure out what the hell they did wrong to these offensive linemen, because and I've said this, there's 2 explanations.
You don't miss on 5 people.
Thank you.
It's that simple.
There's
no way.
only 2 explanations for why our offensive line has been so bad. It's either they're all shit, which I can't buy that. There's got to be more than just Robert Hunt out of the guys that we got, right? Or the other one is that, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse with the whole throwing thing, but maybe they were just not coached up properly on purpose, or maybe they were asked to hey, soften up those blocks a little. I don't know, right? But I feel like if the offensive line comes out and balls out, I just don't know how to feel, but I feel like they are going to come out and be significantly better than they have.
I don't think they're going to be a top 5, top 10 O-line in the NFL, but I think they can be a top 15, and that's perfectly fine, especially with the weapons that you have. You have fast guys; they're going to get open quick. Yeah. But tell me one thing. This is coaching, and this is what I mean. This is a great example. Solomon Kinley balls out his rookie season. I wouldn't say ball out, but he did really, really good. And Buddy was fighting for a second string spot his second season. This man was an absolute mauler coming out of college. He was coming from I forgot the school name, but that's irrelevant at this point. He's in the NFL now. But he was doing super good, and now all of a sudden he's asked, this is a guard who was succeeding at a very high level as a rookie. And then you're telling me he's a third stringer on your O-line your second year? Something's not adding up, and what Eric Flowers, why would we get rid of him? He was our highest graded offensive lineman and
Good
we had him for
question.
3 years. 3 years, $10 million a year. Which, if you look at offensive linemen, decent ones, that's not that bad money.
He's still
So,
out there, but a lot of
I
Dolphins
wouldn't.
fans don't want to bring him back. I mean, I don't really.
We had
I
him
think we can
once.
move on.
Yeah, it's time to move on.
Yeah.
I mean, someone that I think we could bring in like on a really cheap deal is Dwayne Brown. I think the veteran presence in the locker room too, especially for those young guys. I mean, Dwayne Brown's 38, and he's a leader. So
Interesting. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar.
Can you hear
with
me?
him. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah, Dwayne Brown. He was the right tackle for the Ravens, I believe,
Okay.
and
I can pull
he's
up his
been a
PFF
very
stuff.
yeah, he's been a solid offensive tackle for a long time. But you bring him in, he can start a couple games, but I think it'd be good to have someone show the O line how to like work. And this is a veteran, so he's seen it all.
Is he a free agent?
Yeah, he's a free agent as of right now.
And he's a guard or a tackle?
He could play guard, but he's a tackle. I'm pretty sure he's still available. I know we did our due diligence on him.
Curious.
Oh no, he was on the Seahawks. My bad.
What was the name again?
Dwayne Brown. I think it's like Duane. It's not spelled like the regular Dwayne. But he hasn't signed yet, so.
He's not listed as a tackle.
No, he is. If you look him up, it says football offensive tackle.
Oh, hold on. I didn't have everybody.
Oh, he's 36 years old. He's 6'4". He's had 14 years experience.
Interesting.
Still available.
So, PFF has him ranked like 43rd among all tackles. Which it's not terrible. It's still significantly better than every tackle we had on our team.
This is a dude who wants a 1 or 2 year deal. I feel like you could give him $6 million for a year and you're good. Or like you give him guaranteed $7 million over 2 years, up to $12 million with incentives. I think that's a good deal for a guy like him.
He was with Seattle, played 17 games. So, I mean, no issues there.
At 35, he's playing 17 games. So, I mean...
Not bad.
I don't know, man. There's still people out there. I mean, I would have loved to see them push for... I'm
pulling up the PFF.
The Honey Badger. I would have loved to see that, but...
Yeah, it looks like I've got his PFF page open on stream. I mean, he had a couple good games. He had a couple rough games too, but I mean, overall, he's like a solid tackle. He's 36 actually, 36 and a half years old. So he's up there. But
there's a couple still out there, man. Like
he got drafted
Brian
in 08.
Brian Bulaga still out there. Darrell Williams, 29 years old. He was the right tackle for Buffalo last year. He's still out there. I know that Remmers is still out there from Kansas City, Mike Remmers, but I don't know, man. I feel like we need to add one more offensive lineman, and I don't feel like it should be from the draft. Like, we already have enough of that.
Yeah, so I get what Pamela saying in chat, that we have the draft, and there is a lot of guys, but I don't know that we go offensive line in the draft, right? Especially not, I mean, it's really tough to find talented offensive linemen in the later rounds. I mean, it's really hard to find any talented players, right? But I feel like this is a draft that's really deep in skill position players. We're really deep at like wide receiver, which I know people will say, well, why would we, after we invested so much into wide receiver? But consider that if we get a young guy now and develop him over the next 3 years, when he's due for his contract, right? He's still going to be cheap, and some of our more expensive guys, our Tyreek Hills or Jalen Waddles, are going to be on the back end of their contracts, right? So I think there's something to be said for developing guys at positions at this point, not necessarily of need, because we're so stacked, right, in a lot of different positions. And I think there's still places, right? We still talk about middle linebackers a little scary point for us, but I think that's a position that you can easily fill. Again, with a trade or through free agency. I think they're not done when it comes to something like that.
I want Hightower.
Can I be honest with you? I was really intrigued by the guy that they brought in. I keep forgetting his name. I think his last name is like Roberts or
Landon Roberts.
No, not a Landon Roberts. The guy that they brought in a couple days ago. I'll have to Google it.
Reuben Foster. Yeah, but again, he's been in the league for 3 years now, hasn't done shit.
Well, he's been out, right? He's been because of off the field stuff, which he's since cleared up.
You're bringing him to Miami, Florida.
Well, it was personal. It was personal stuff, right? And I think it was wrongfully, wrongful allegation. I don't know the full thing.
Yeah, but in college, this man got in trouble for partying and shit. What do you think's gonna happen in the NFL?
Maybe, I mean, some guys, again, like I did stupid things when I was young too, but we all age, and you can't deny the talent that guy had coming out of college, right? And the talent he showed his rookie year.
I wanted him. I wanted him, and instead we chose freaking Charles Harris.
Yeah.
And I mean, with Treader, I would love to bring in Treader, but Treader, being the NFLPA director or whatever the hell it is, or he's on the board or something.
Yeah, he's the president, I think, actually.
Yeah, so with him, he is literally on Twitter, like, telling players to seek, he's like pushing players to seek guaranteed contracts, like fully guaranteed contracts. So I'm just wondering what he wants.
I think that's his job, right? Just because he's pushing for that.
At this point, he's at the point of his career where if he doesn't get the amount of money he wants to, he could honestly just retire and keep being the president, because he's making good money just from being the president. And that's fully guaranteed. That's from the NFL themselves. So
I feel you. Yeah, I mean, again, I think there's a lot of options, and I don't think the Dolphins are necessarily done. I don't think they're like putting their stamp on the team and this is it. I think Deebo's definitely in play, but I think there's other guys, right? There's still guys that, big name free agents that haven't necessarily moved around yet. Hold on, let me pull up the free agent list here.
I do think that we bring in another running back and another wide receiver, though, through the draft.
What was that? Come again? I'm sorry.
I do think that we bring in another running back and wide receiver in the draft.
I think so. You've got to develop these guys, right? Pamela says the running back out of Florida.
FSU, James Cook, yeah.
Cook him up.
I would do that. That's Dalvin Cook's brother.
This is going to be, if you look at how the 49ers kind of run their offense, it is very much like a running back by committee. It did kind of move away from that, right? Because Mostert got hurt, like everybody got hurt, and actually that was kind of how Deebo turned into Deebo, right? He was kind of like their only option, and then he kind of came out of nowhere and lit up the NFL. But Gators, look, I'm sorry, Pamela, we were cool before, but now you got to go. You can't bring that here. You got to. She said Gators. Nah. She said either one will work. I agree. I think you're gonna see skill position players taken in this draft. I I wouldn't be surprised at all. I feel like, honestly, this is the first draft in a long time where I feel like there's just about any guy we could take, except for maybe a reach at a skill position, like a reach at wide receiver or something. But this is the first time in a long time where we could legitimately take the best player available, and I think every Dolphins fan would be absolutely stoked about it, because we'll be in a position to, not have to reach for a guy, and we can just add depth and add talent, and that's what this team really needs. We have a lot of money invested for the now, and while we still need to be thinking about the future and kind of building the talent pool of this team, because you don't want to end up like, some of these other teams that build up really quickly and then they fall to obscurity very quickly. It happened with Denver right after Peyton Manning left. It happened, with the Chiefs, or I'm sorry, not the Chiefs, with the Colts when Andrew Luck retired, right? Like a lot of these teams, they built up very quickly for the now and they didn't invest long term, and it kind of bit them in the long run. Well, I guess Denver's kind of bounced back a little bit.
Yeah. Dude, this is totally off topic, but Trump got unbanned from Twitter.
No, for real?
Yeah, dude, and
That's
nuts. His first tweet's about OnlyFans. I knew it was going to be some dumb shit.
Incredible.
So
is he starting an OnlyFans? I might actually subscribe to
this is literally his first tweet. He says, "It's good to be back. Special thanks to Elon Musk for helping reactivate my Twitter account. I plan on not only exposing the radical left, but I will also be exposing Sleepy Joe's old, senile, voluptuous cheeks after launching an exclusive OnlyFans page for my most loyal supporters, starting at $13.99 a month."
No way. Did he got hacked?
MAGA 2024.
Is that a legit tweet? I don't believe that.
I just saw it on Instagram.
I bet you that shit's fake.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
There's no way he wrote that, dude.
So fucking funny.
Gotta go. Hey, appreciate you hanging out, Nabo. Appreciate it, dude. And I'm probably I know I say your name different every time I say it. So at some point on Discord you're gonna have to give me the phonetic spelling.
Bro, he's not even like unbanned though.
He's not. Yeah, I don't think he got unbanned from Twitter.
It's real Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Nah, it got banned. It's still banned.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say there's no way. That would be hilarious, though. That would be incredible. And if for nothing else at this point, just for the memes. I'm not a politics guy. That's not what I do.
Oh yeah.
But
I know. I wasn't trying to bring politics.
No.
I
know.
just thought it was funny.
No, for the memes, dude. Absolutely for the memes.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of fucking funny. So I was like, oh. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to fucking make your chat toxic and shit.
Nah, dude, no.
Because I know people have their views on it, and I don't want to.
Oh yeah, people will lose their minds. People lose their absolute minds when they start talking about that. And that's why I'm just like, look, if we want to meme about it, I'm down to meme.
I just thought it was pretty fucking funny. I saw it on Instagram.
That's hilarious.
And I thought it was pretty funny. So I was like, why not?
So taking a look at like who's still available, right? Nate Solder is still out there, but Nate Solder's out there. I didn't realize Jarvis Landry is still out there too. I bet you he's trying to see where the chips fall. Because I bet you he wants to go to a Super Bowl contender.
His agent came out and was saying how Landry wants $20 million a year.
$20 million a year? I mean, good luck, homie.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a desperate team.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The only team I can see giving him that money is the Jets.
Yeah, Pamela says Juice would be great in Miami. I mean, look, I would love Juice back, but not at $20 million. That's for sure. He's going to end up with a team like the Jets, right? A desperate team.
Maybe coming out of his rookie contract. But I wouldn't do that now. That's probably what we should have given him instead of trading him. But
maybe. So yeah, Dwayne Brown is confirmed. He's still available. He was with Seattle, by the way.
That's what I said. I said, okay. I thought he was with the Ravens, and I was like, oh no, he was with the Saints.
Yeah, another interesting name that's still out there, still available. J.C. Treader is still out there. I know there's some concerns, some health concerns. So, maybe he's looking
That's
for a
what I was
ton of
talking
money.
about.
And okay, yeah. J.C. Treader's still out there. Will Fuller. Hey, do we bring Will Fuller back? You think he can get right?
But this is a very unpopular opinion that definitely will spice every single Dolphins game up.
Go for it.
Bring my boy AB to Miami.
I wouldn't be upset about it.
For the Dolphins for dirt cheap too.
I'll take AB. If for nothing else, again for the memes, dude. I think.
And you're telling me him and Mike McDaniel won't get along? Like, come on, they definitely will.
For sure, dude. Absolutely. I would love AB. Pamela says no way. She doesn't want AB in Miami. Look, I think AB. No. Okay, look here. I'm gonna throw another wrench in the bicycle. All right. Give me Ocho Cinco. Go get it. That man has been trying to get with the Miami Dolphins forever, and he still got it. You watch the videos of him playing against some of these young guys, Waddle and Jamar Chase.
Oh,
he still got it, dude. That guy is ripped.
Yeah, buddy eats McDonald's every day. But he was on the Dolphins, remember, and he got arrested and he got cut by Joe Philbin.
Yeah, but look, people change. This is not the old Ocho Cinco, right? Well, he's old Ocho Cinco.
No, he's Chad Johnson now. My bad.
Yeah.
He switched it back. Switched it back.
Our boy Chad. Look, I would love bringing in a veteran presence at wide receiver, a guy that, like we said, like Chad Johnson, Jarvis Landry. Like, I would love to have an older guy, but they got
that in Hill. Like, people forget that Hill's been in the league for 7 years.
Yeah.
Hill's almost 30. Like,
I mean, you wouldn't know.
You would not.
It's like Larry Fitzgerald, right? The guy's immortal.
Is he didn't retire, did he?
Larry Fitzgerald? No, I think he's still with the Cardinals. I'll confirm it right now, but I think he's still with the Cardinals.
I could have sworn he's a free agent.
Let's see.
Oh, dude, imagine Garrett Wilson on the Dolphins.
Oh, he's not on the Cardinals.
I know, I told you. He's not there anymore. He got released.
Larry Fitzgerald is... he got released in 2020.
Damn, I could have sworn he played last year.
Me too, dude. Like, am I going crazy? Yeah, his last contract was through 2019. And that's it. Did he retire? I don't think he retired. Did he retire? Did I miss Larry Fitzgerald's retirement, dude?
I don't think he ever retired. Like, I think he just...
It just says inactive.
Oh,
he opted not to... Pamela says he opted not to play in 2021. Interesting. So it was a COVID decision?
I guess, but...
Weird, champ.
I kind of want to talk about the quarterbacks in this upcoming class. I don't know if you want to or not, but...
Let's dive in.
All right. First of all, overrated quarterback, the one that's going to be the bust of the draft, Kenny Pickett.
Oh, easy.
You have my
word. Easily. And I know there was a lot of memers.
Hands? You see his hands? They're so small.
He's got Donald Trump hands.
Yeah, literally, bro. He has such small hands. He could barely grip a college football, and you expect him to play in the rain and the cold and throw that football, that bigger football.
Yeah.
It's not happening. The one that's going to be good, I think Malik Willis. I think he'll be good. And then the other ones, I just feel like they'll be average. They'll end up being backups or like
I think
middle
most
of the line quarterback.
Yeah, I think most of these quarterbacks in this draft are going to be probably average or below average. I don't think we're going to see any big names come out of this draft at all.
I think Desmond Ridder is Jalen Hurts at best. Matt Corral, I just think it's a publicity stunt if you draft him. I think Sam Howell, I think he'll be a decent quarterback, but I don't see anything more than a Jimmy Garoppolo-esque quarterback. I mean, I like Carson Strong out of Nevada, but I just don't see him starting right away. I think the only one, I feel you could say that Kenny Pickett's the most NFL ready, but again, I feel like Pittsburgh, they had a pretty easy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you could say the same thing about Malik Willis, but you see the throws he makes, man, it's insane. Kind of reminds me of Watson, watching him throw and run and stuff like that. I don't know, man, but I feel like even Aiden Hutchinson, the defensive end, I feel like he's going to be so overrated. I feel like this whole draft class is just absolute dog shit.
Yeah, I think this draft is going to be big at wide receiver, right? I think it's going to be pretty decent at all skill positions. But everywhere else, it just feels and offensive line. I think there's some great offensive linemen in this draft.
I do love Evan Neal. Evan Neal, big fan. I would love to see him in the aqua and orange, but sadly that won't happen.
Oh yeah, my number one, the guy that I really wanted at 29, if we were still there, was this offensive tackle. The guy from he's like a German or he's German or damn, what's his name? It's like Reinhard or no, Bernard Raymond. There we go. Have you seen videos of that kid, dude?
Bernard
Raymond. I'll pull up the highlight.
Central Michigan, right?
I believe so. Yes.
That's division. That's a Division II.
Dude, this kid though, he was a former wrestler, for tight end converted to offensive tackle. So he's built like Rob Gronkowski, right? And he's got a wrestling background. There's a video of this guy literally like body slamming a defensive lineman, like not a corner, but body slamming a defensive lineman, right? He's like an athletic freak. I think he would have been perfect for this McDaniel offense. Like, because it's a
Tyreek Hill over that any day.
We take what?
Tyreek Hill over any. Like,
oh no!
Tyreek
Yeah,
Hill for basically two second-round picks.
No question. If we stayed at 29, that's who I wanted. I really wanted Bernard Raymond. He would have fit in perfectly at right tackle, and he's actually Central Michigan, says Pamela. Thank you for the correction.
Central Michigan D2, UCM. My friend's committed there for baseball.
Yeah, dude, that guy is jacked, and he's still putting on weight, right? Because I think he converted from tight end the year after last. So the fact that this guy's probably going to go in the first round after playing left tackle for a year and a half of building his body for a tackle, that guy's going to be good, and he's going to be good for a long time, right? Because he's not built like your typical tackle, right? He's just a big athletic monster. That's going to be like my steal of the well. If you get a guy in the late first round, is it really a steal?
Hey, I'm telling you right now, Ike Ekwonu, he's going to be a top 5 pick in this year's draft.
Oh, you think so?
Offensive tackle from NC State. Watch his film, and you're just going to, drool. He's insane.
Interesting. There's a lot of offensive linemen that are going to go early in this draft. I think first round is going to be dominated by offensive linemen and wide receivers, and then everything else is going to kind of trickle down from that.
Yeah. You know, if we need to get rid of these picks, you know who is on the trade block? Laramie Tunsil.
I don't think the Texans will ever trade us back Laramie. I don't think they'll do it. Just for because of the optics.
Texans. They're retards. It's
just because of the optics of it, I don't think that they'll ever trade him back to us. Even if we give them like 10 first-round picks. We swindled that organization so hard.
Yeah, dude. One of the draft picks we used to trade for Tyreek Hill.
Exactly.
Literally. Dude, we still have a first-round pick from that trade next year.
The Laramie Tunsil trade, I think, is bigger than the Herschel Walker trade. It was a Herschel Walker trade.
I think that if we ever win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years, Laramie Tunsil should have a statue in Miami.
100%. I will start a petition to get Laramie Tunsil in the Ring of Honor.
Hey man,
forget the statue. Ring of Honor.
All Laramie Tunsil. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick in the draft. He had the weed mask on, or
gas
the
mask gate, dude. That's all of this happened because the kid posted a gas mask picture like that. He had, and you know, the whole thing was that he was actually being blackmailed. They were trying to get money off him.
Dad. Being blackmailed by his fucking dad.
That shit's crazy. And I mean, it didn't really. I can see why he's like, go fucking post it. What if I drop 10 spots? Like, what's the big deal? Which again,
a lot. That's $10 million if you drop 10 spots.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, I think he ended up making a lot of that money back. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. When you think of what happened to get us here, the Miami Dolphins over the last like 6 years. If you really look back, it's been the craziest fucking story. There's gonna be a 30 for 30 on this team in 10 years, because not from and it's really the inception was the Laramie Tunsil trade. That was the butterfly effect, the start of that chain of events that led us to here. Like nothing else really mattered. You could talk about the Ted Ginn trade or all this. There's never been a single trade or organizational move in the NFL history that has had the ripple effects that the Laramie Tunsil trade has had. Assuming that the Dolphins end up becoming successful in the next 2 to 3 years, right? And we win a Super Bowl at some point. That will go down as the most impactful move in NFL history, period.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I think so, yeah. I totally agree.
Because I think up until now was it I'm trying to remember, was it Herschel Walker that I
think it was Herschel Walker, yeah.
I'm terrible with names. Like you'll learn that about me. Like I always get names wrong. Yeah, it was the Herschel Walker trade with the Cowboys. You know, that was crazy because that really set the Cowboys up for that dynasty, you know, in the 90s, right? But if this Dolphins team is as good as we think they can be, and they're as good as we think they can be for the next 5 to 10 years, the Laramie Tunsil trade will be a bigger trade than the Herschel Walker trade, by far. Unless Deshaun Watson wins a bunch of Super Bowls with the Browns.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, Pam, do you wanna hop in the voice chat on Discord? Pam's great. She's a good one to talk with.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hop out at around like 11.
Yeah, dude, no worries.
I gotta get up early in the morning, man. I
feel you, Pam. I know you're already in Discord. I already approved you to join the voice chat, Pam. In Discord, there's a channel on the left-hand side, and it's called Stream Chat, and it's got a little speaker, and it's a voice channel. So yeah. What are the? So I'm curious. We touched a little bit on it, and I know the chat kind of blew up a little bit about it. Uh-oh, Pam's having trouble. You got to do it in Discord, Pam. You're already in the Discord.
Come on, Pam.
Come
You
on,
gotta get with it.
Pamela.
Let's go. No, but really appreciate you having me on, man. It's my first time ever being on a,
For sure,
stream
dude.
and shit. So, I mean,
No, I'm glad to have you here. Like, and listen, I want to do this. I want to build this community, because I think that's one thing that's really missing in, because there are some YouTubers, right? But nobody's really got like a safe place for Dolphins fans to come, because, a lot of people go on Twitter, and I think Facebook can be really toxic too. And I feel like Discord's a great platform to kind of build a safe, fun, chill community where we can just talk about Dolphin stuff, and then I can stream here and have panels, and this is really kind of what I want to do.
so like they can hear me on the thing, right?
Yeah. I have the Discord open on stream.
Yeah, that's cool. So like, basically, what I was thinking, because I wanted to start one up, but I'm just so busy, man. Like,
I feel you too, dude. I'm busy as fuck.
yeah, I'm in season right now for baseball and stuff like that. But like, I've always wanted to. One thing that like I think would help you out a lot and would intrigue your viewers and have them blow up in the comment section is like a pick a side type of thing. Like we did that a little bit about the Tua thing and the Brady thing. Yeah,
like, dude. I
love Tua. I want Tua to succeed, but at the same time, man, like, what has he shown us? Like it's just that. I mean, he's shown us. We've seen little flares of it, of him being like that Russell Wilson type guy that they were predicting him to be out of college. We've seen a little bit of that, but like it's like once every other game, and it's just not enough. Like it needs to. One thing I need to say about Tua, when he's on, but he needs to be fucking consistent, man. I'm tired of seeing him look great one drive, then the next drive throw a pick and there's no receiver like near. Like I'm tired of that. Like
he's got to be better at decision making. But I will say the one thing that I really appreciate from Tua is that he'll make a mistake and he'll come back the next drive and he'll never make that mistake ever again.
One thing about him, he makes a mistake and next drive points.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to try to get Pamela in here. I think she's...
Hey, and that running game's really going to help take some weight off of his shoulders, because think about it. In college, man, he had Najee Harris running for 150 yards a game. Like, that offense would put up like 600 yards in offense. Tua would throw for like 400 yards. Najee Harris would have 150 to 200 yards a game. That offense was just crazy, man. And he was playing behind the best offensive line in college football. Man would drop back, and he would just start like hopping back there, like, because he had so much time. And you have these speedy wide receivers: Ruggs, Judy, Waddle. What's the other guy's name? The dude from the Eagles. All these guys, man, just
Oh, we got Pam.
Hello.
Pam in the house.
What's up, Pam?
Hey. Oh my Lord, trying to get on here, you guys.
You did it, Pam. You did it. Look, I had a dude like a couple weeks ago that tried for like 2 hours to get in the stream chat, and he just gave up. He's like, "Look, you got to tell me that you got to show me at the end of the stream." I was like, "All right, buddy," but he tried for like 2 hours, no joke, and you did it in like what, a couple minutes.
Hey, I figured out. I was just clicking random buttons, man. Like,
yeah, dude. And look, I know, like I was saying earlier in the stream, I know a lot of the Dolphins community is not super familiar with Discord, but I think once we get more people in, and I think it's going to be a platform that everybody's going to appreciate and enjoy, because we could talk about Dolphin stuff, we could talk about Heat stuff, and we could do these streams, and even these voice chats are open even when I'm not streaming. So, you can just hop in and have conversations with people, voice conversations with people, kind of like how they do on Twitter. They do the spaces. Although I'm not a big fan of the Twitter spaces.
Hey, one thing I did want to bring up that I'm just like, he can go make YouTube videos for or stream for other teams. Like, I'm just tired of seeing it. TD Fins talk, man. I just can't.
Oh no!
I can't do it. I can't. It pops up on my recommended on YouTube, and I watch it because I have nothing else to do. Like when I'm driving and stuff. Like the music nowadays is ass. Like it's the same songs over and over again. So like I'd rather just listen to like this
Dolphins
man talk
news.
bullshit.
What?
Like,
I'll help you out with the music. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that's not over and over again, but you have to know, who to pull up.
Yeah, you gotta dig. You gotta do some digging.
I got a pretty good playlist, but it's just all the new songs that come out, they just all sound the same. It's kind of getting annoying at this point, man.
I feel you.
I don't listen to that.
Especially in the rap side of things, man.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten a little stale. Absolutely.
It's very repetitive. 2016 was the peak year.
Yeah, I mean, well, like the 90s were kind of peak for me, but I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't alive back then. So.
No, but.
Yeah, man, I'm 18, man.
Hey,
Come
that's
on.
cool. Hey, get it in. Gotta get it in.
Oh wow.
But
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
Well, like we're going to the TD thing. Look, I really appreciate TD because he does a lot for the fan base, right? TD was kind of one of the pioneers of doing the live streams and stuff. Not the pioneer, but one of the pioneers. So I respect him for that. It's been rough, right? The last couple of years. I think in general as a fan base, it's been rough, right? We've kind of been at each other's throat because we've been really divided with the coaches and the quarterback. So I feel like it's a product of what's on the field. And I think it's really the fan base has really been torn apart. And you could blame it on Tua or Brian Flores, but it's really happened over the last. Well, that too, but it's really been over the last 20 years, right? If we want to be fair, it's hard to be a really shitty fan base, right? And when I say I don't think the fan base is shitty, I think the team has been shitty. So to be part of a fan base of a really bad team, it's rough. Browns fans, Lions fans, they got really rough fan bases too because, it's tough, and we're all still here. Supporting the team. And to your point, AJ, like the Miami Dolphins is one of the biggest franchises, not in the US, right? In the world, right?
In the world.
And that's why they always send us overseas because, when you ask anybody outside the United States, it's like Cowboys, Yankees, Dolphins, like we're just because of the great work that Don Shula did and the history of the team.
Miami's international too. Like you think about
True.
it, Miami's international. And another thing, like TD, right? He says he's not a Tua hater, right? But then he compares Tua to Chad Henne in one of his recent live streams.
You have to realize too. I'm sorry, Pamela. Go ahead.
I think that sometimes he's stretching for something to say, and
I was going to say the exact thing.
I think he just looks for reaction out of the comment section. I think he's just looking for attention.
Exactly. Because I'm sure that, day after day, it's really hard to do a show like that. So I agree with you, though. I also don't mind differing opinions, but I don't want to be beat over the head with your opinion. So just talk to me and tell me your opinion. I'm gonna give you mine too, but don't beat me over the head with it.
Yeah, one thing is like so like, do I call you Drew or Drew Batron? Like, which one?
Whatever, dude. Drew's fine.
All right, so you've let me talk, right? I was actually in So this is actually my second one that I've ever been in. Like,
Oh, you're a liar then. No.
wow. No, I don't really count the TD Finstock one because I was in there. I tried talking once, and he just cut me off every time. So I didn't really even count it. I just left after 5 minutes. I was just so annoyed. He doesn't let people talk, man. Like, it's his opinion only, and he like he'll have a topic, and he'll talk about that topic, what the live stream's supposed to be about for like 20 minutes, and then it all resorts back to the same thing. Tua
Tua.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
Tua. Yep.
Well, that's
Yep.
and
You're not wrong.
yeah. In fairness, that's kind of what gets talked about in his chat, right? He's reacting a lot of times to what the chat is bringing up, and nine times out of 10, and it's not just in TD stream, right? There are other streamers too. The number one name that gets brought up every stream and every video is Tua Tagovailoa. Like, he's the centerpiece of this team. He's the you know the meat and potatoes of this team, and it's a very divisive, yeah, it's a very divisive conversation, right? It's the same with Browns fans when they talk about Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
You know, and it's content, right? His job is to inform, but it's also to be entertaining, right? Like, doing this, having these streams, if they're not entertaining, nobody sticks around. Nobody's gonna want to sit around and talk. So
Yes.
there is an entertainment aspect.
Yes. And to get people, like you said, talking about Tua is very polarizing. You know, if people are on opposite sides and they feel really passionate either way, so you want to get people stirred up and talking on your stream, that's how you're going to do it.
Absolutely.
I think it will be that way, and with whoever our quarterback is, until we win a playoff game. I think that's how the fan base will be until we win a playoff game, because it doesn't matter if we have Joe Schmo as our quarterback. You know, like, it's going to be the same exact way if, you know, we don't win a playoff game. So we need to win a playoff game, and just
winning cures all. Winning cures all.
Break that drought, man, because I'm tired of this separation. Like, people don't go to Dolphins games because of Tua. They don't like Tua, so they don't go to the games, and they don't watch the games, and then they decide to take to Twitter when they look at the stat sheet after the game and see him only throw for 176 yards. You know, so
you can't put that all on a quarterback when you've got a bad play out of offensive line, or you have horrible play calls by the coaches.
Horrible receivers, except for Waddle, too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think our receivers are horrible. I think the problem is somebody would do really well, and then the next thing you know, they're not calling their number anymore.
Mac Hollins, big example. Yeah. Mac Hollins.
Yep.
And that's why I like Dudley Do Wrong or whatever. He's like in the middle. He's not one-sided. And that's what I think you kind of need in this. Like, you don't see a lot of that out of streamers.
Well, and I'll be honest, like, I've been, when it comes to Tua, I've been very much a middle of the road guy that I'm not happy with what I've seen out of Tua. I expected better. But I think a lot of the circumstances that cause his play and that have caused his play to be less than what I've hoped for is out of his control.
And we don't even talk about the injuries, man. Like, we're just talking about how he played last year in those 12 games. We're not even talking about the injuries that this man had.
Yeah, dude. It plays
2 years
a big
now
role.
He's been hurt.
Yeah, and that's a big problem too. Like, if the guy just can't stay healthy, you just can't stay healthy. That goes beyond football, beyond the mental stuff. If you're just hurt every year, we saw it. Like RG3, I was huge on RG3. I thought this guy was the next. This was going to be like the future of the NFL was going to be RG3. And
they were calling him the Michael Jordan of the NFL.
It was amazing to watch. It was incredible. The guy just couldn't get healthy.
It was fun, man. It was fun watching him.
It was like watching like Cam Newton, right? The same way, Cam Newton fizzled out a little quicker, but for other reasons, right? It just whether it
I
was
don't- I've
talent
never-
or personality.
I've never liked Cam Newton as a
RG3
quarterback.
was likable and he was good. He was good and he was likable.
He was, but he wasn't likable after he's calling out his own team.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
to me, you got issues on the team. You keep it in the locker room. You don't call people out.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what the
after
media
he did
strives
that, I
for
was
right
out.
there. They
Oh, of
want
course.
that. You're giving the media what they want to hear, and then they're just going to shit on you on television.
Oh yeah, you say it, it never goes away. That's for sure. But the thing about Tua to me is, like the injury, the rib injury, that was straight up on the offensive line. I mean, he got hurt because he got slammed.
It was after he threw the ball, too. Remember that.
Yes. Late hit. Yep. The whole bit. Absolutely.
I think, hey, we bring it back. We bring it back to 2016. We had Ryan Tannehill. He doesn't tear his ACL or whatever the hell happened there on that late hit. I think we win a playoff game.
I
Just
don't
my
disagree.
opinion.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I
Because
think
he
you're
was
right.
balling out. We were finally seeing stuff from Tannehill that we hadn't seen those 4 years that we had him. He was balling out.
Yeah, there was so many issues with what he went through. Kind of some of the same things that Tua's going through. Multiple coaches, multiple offensive schemes and playbooks, and no consistency, and just
You know who I think it all falls back on? Stephen Ross.
Well, yeah. If we want to get to the grand scheme of things, yeah, Stephen Ross destroyed this franchise.
He's the poison in the franchise. And he makes up for it by bringing in these big names. Like, remember we brought in Ndamukong Suh?
Yeah.
Like, we bring in Brandon Marshall. He's got a Band-Aid for everything.
Yeah.
But the Band-Aid always falls off or tears off every single time.
Well,
So that's why I'm trying to be as real. I mean, my expectations are through the roof, and I'm like so hype. I believe we're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. Like, I think that every year. But like,
yeah,
I try to be real with the Dolphins. Like, they're the Dolphins, right?
Mhm.
They're gonna find a way to screw things up, and hopefully it's not that way this year. But
And I hate that, AJ, that you feel that way, and I understand why you feel that way. You're 18, and that's pretty much all you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But back in the day, man, I'm telling you,
I heard
Dan Marino out there. You got the Marx brothers. You got OJ McDuffie. You got Aronde Gadsden. Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas.
Hey, my dad used to work for the Dolphins. I know. My dad, Marino broke my dad's finger. I know. No, I'm serious.
That's a historic finger. He better chop that thing off and frame it, dude.
Yeah, he's got a couple footballs and a helmet signed by Marino.
That's dope.
So you got the heritage straight on, like that.
Yeah.
You have the heritage.
Die hard since I was 6 weeks old at a Dolphins game. Like,
wow,
huge.
Yeah, I was always there, man. Always there.
The Dolphins weren't around when I was 6 weeks old. Just saying.
Oh my gosh. Stop it, Pam.
Come on, Pam.
Yeah, but
You're young. You're young.
Look, I'm 30.
Yeah, okay.
I'm 31, right? So I grew up. I was born in '90. So I got to see Marino play, but when you're little, you can't really appreciate. I like imagine like you. I grew up only seeing Dan Marino play like greatness, right?
Right.
So, but you don't appreciate it when you're that young because especially if it's all you've ever known, it's like, oh yeah, we're just always good. You just like you take it for granted.
Yes.
But man, to see what this team has been for the last 20 years, it's been such a hard ride. Like just to sit and watch. And really, and it, like you said, it really traces all the way back to Stephen Ross. He's absolutely
garbage.
Destroyed this franchise. Not just the team, right? Forget the team. You can forget the coaches, forget the hires, okay? The name, the brand. He's soiled the brand from day one. And I think I saw a tweet about it a few months ago, and it hit me in the gut because it was so accurate. It was that since Stephen Ross took over the team, he's given it more black eyes than playoff wins. And oh man, that made me give me a stomach ache for about a week, because it's true.
It is. And I think what AJ said about the Band-Aid, because the Band-Aid is never going to work. You gotta change the body that the Band-Aid is going on. But this season, I feel like the body has been changed. It's not
Absolutely.
a Band-Aid on a body or on a body part. It's the whole body has been changed.
Yeah,
and
Pam,
if Ross
100%.
can stay out of it, I think let people do what they know how to do. Leave them alone. Don't go back in the dark making deals in the back, and
Yes.
just leave it.
Well, I think it was, the interesting thing about what's different this year than any other year, right? Melvin Ingram is the guy that we would have typically brought in at like the beginning of free agency and like overpaid, right? And that to me, I think TD brought that up on his stream today, so I'm not going to take credit for it. Somebody brought it up on stream. I've been on a couple streams today, but that was the biggest like aha moment for me. Is like, damn. That's true, because we, in years past, we would have brought in a Melvin Ingram day one of free agency and given him, tons of money. And now we're kind of taking a step back and being a little bit more methodical about who we bring in. And instead of overpaying for guys like Ndamukong Suh and Melvin Ingram, right, we're making great deals with great players. And it's really nothing this team has ever done in the past. I mean, in the past 20 years.
The thing that they did in my mind that sealed it for me that it was different is when they tagged Gesicki. When we went in and we re-signed the awesome players that we had, normally, Gesicki would have been gone. That's what we've done in the past. We get rid of our great base players. We didn't do that this season. We tagged him. We re-signed awesome players, made deals, just the best deals with the team we already had. That was good. Ogba. That's right. Re-signing Ogba, tagging Gesicki. Once they tagged Gesicki, I was like, this is a different team.
Yeah, but no one expected a Tyreek Hill trade, man. No one. That was like, we heard about it in the morning, like, oh, it's a possibility. I was like, oh, it's probably just, he'll probably just get re-signed. Yeah. And then an hour and a half later, Tyreek Hill's a Dolphin. I remember I was driving to go get my haircut. I was screaming in my car, man. I was like, no freaking way. Yeah. We just got Tyreek Hill. I was calling my dad. I was like, dude, no fucking way. Like,
I was on stream, AJ. I was on one of the YouTuber streams, Stephen D over at Miami Sports.
Yeah, Miami Sports.
And it's on YouTube. I'll send you the link on Discord. When we were on stream doing a panel when that news broke, and it went crazy, dude. And I was on camera too. It was the most the most nuts moment of my life, like seeing that, because this is just, we've never done anything like this. And to your point, Pamela, I've always said, the one thing that the Dolphins have done consistently is like draft great players and then let them go.
Let them go.
And when we kept Ogba, and then when we kept Gesicki, I was like, what is happening? This is not normal. This is, usually we would have dropped the ball and Ogba would have been gone, and we would have, like, to not franchise tag Gesicki would have been the most criminal thing to do, because we're getting Gesicki at a discount this year. We may not get him next year, right? I don't think they're going to franchise tag him again, and I don't think they're going to pay him what he wants to get paid. But we're getting the guy at a discount for a year. It's such a genius move. And even if he doesn't necessarily fit the scheme, I've said from day one of the best tools in a young quarterback's back pocket is a big body tight end that can catch the ball. It's so important for a young quarterback's development to know when you're in the red zone, when you're in the end zone, you can chuck it up to your big boy and he's going to bring it down, right?
He's going to bring it down.
It's so important for a young quarterback.
The other big thing about Gesicki is when we were in the middle of that 7-game losing streak, Gesicki was spiking the ball and, playing hard and excited after a big play. You got other people over there, they look like they're checking their Twitter account or something. I don't know. They, just totally uninterested because we were losing. But Gesicki was playing with heart and soul every game, win or lose. And he's the guy you need back there. When we signed him, I'm telling you, I was so excited. That to me signaled new Dolphins and how undolphin like, which was horrible to think or say, but it's true.
Yeah, I feel like we got caught up in the same, like repeating the same process every 4 years. It was like draft, load up some draft picks, get some good young players, hire a new coach, draft a quarterback. Quarterback doesn't cut it. Team sucks. Fire the coach. Trade away all of our assets and like rinse and repeat. And man, I'll be honest, I was really worried that was going to be the case after the Brian Flores firing. I was like, we're going into rebuild mode. They're gonna tear this team down, trade away all of our pieces, and then maybe get even more draft picks and just build an even younger team. I don't know. The fact that they, again, I can't point to a single move the Dolphins made this offseason that I was not even, I'll say at worst 90% okay with, right? I think the only iffy thing, I don't know, I can't even think. Like, okay, no, I'll say my only questionable move that I think the Dolphins made, which, again, I'm like 75% on it, is trading DVP to the Patriots. It was a great trade.
Nah, man.
It was a great trade.
Things aren't holding up.
I know. Look, it's a third. I didn't think we would get more than a 5th or 6th round pick for him. So the fact that we got a 3rd is incredible. But I don't know. I'm totally terrified that he's going to go to the Patriots and light it up
this year. Yep. I have been dreading this moment for a really long time because you knew it was coming, and I just knew, like, for God's sake, why trade him within the division? Don't, and I know it was about what we got for him and everything, but dang, it's going to be bad because he's going to ball out. I bet you.
Yeah. Well, Mike, my boy Mike on Facebook just put in the comments, didn't the Dolphins have a spending spree in 2020 when they got Byron Jones? Well, 2020, that was the year that we got Brian Flores, right? That was his first year where we chucked everybody. We got rid of everybody. And we hadn't ever really done that before either, right? But yeah, with the DVP, I know a lot of people are not worried at all because, right, we got X, we got Byron. He shouldn't be a problem for us. I just feel like he's going to go to the Patriots and have a better year than he ever has.
Absolutely.
Just out of spite. Yep. Just out of spite.
I don't believe out of spite. I think the man, when he was on the field, he played hard. Like he didn't lay out, whenever he was on the field. He'd go up and get the tough catches. You can't argue with what he did when he was on the field. Now, a lot of times in past seasons, I believe that a huge part of our problem has been our conditioning coach. I have looked at that. I mean, there was one season, I don't know, we had 25 players out hurt, something ridiculous. It was a ridiculous number.
Yeah.
And I think there have been issues with conditioning coaches. Whether that was part of his issue, I don't know, but something, because he's getting hurt all the time.
What about perform with Tua? What do we think? I don't know. Look, I know I'm a little iffy on perform with Tua. I know they're great at conditioning guys, but with quarterbacks, they're not really quarterback driven. They're like athlete driven. I will say
Right.
Tua looks jacked. At the beginning of the year, he looks jacked every year.
So my buddy works out there at Perform, and he's Tua's put on he put on originally 35 pounds and he cut it down to 25 pounds.
Wow.
He's a thick boy, dude. Tua's a thick boy.
I remember last year Brian Flores, after the offseason, he drug tested Tua because he didn't believe that Tua can put that on naturally.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
I
man,
mean that was the rumor, I guess, but
you put work
I wouldn't
in.
believe it. I wouldn't disagree. I mean, I think
Look at
it's
the
likely.
Samoans, though. That's like Samoan heritage. You know, those big warriors. You know, big, muscular.
Yeah, nothing like racially motivated, but that's just how they are, man. And they
Big
put on
boys.
weight easily.
Big boys, and they put in work, dude. They put in hella work.
Yeah, they're powerful. You can tell they're very powerful. You see
We saw last year too. He ran over the dude in that one game against the Jets.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Oh, dude, against the Jets too.
Love
Made
to
me
see
so
it.
happy.
You just want to see it over and over and over.
Put it on
again.
repeat.
Yeah,
I remember going
dude.
crazy in the house, dude. I was like, no way.
I got
that just
so
happened.
lit after that, dude. I was so stoked after that truck, dude.
I didn't care if we won the game or lost. That's a W in my book.
100%.
Exactly. That was just, I went ballistic. I know that my neighbors were probably like, what, is someone killing her? Because I was going crazy.
That was a
Let's
great
call
play.
911. It was great. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you, Drew.
Yeah,
nice
appreciate
talking
you.
with you, Pam.
Yeah, hey, nice to meet you, AJ.
Nice to meet you. And Drew, thanks for having me on. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely, dude.
Hope to do it again, man.
Yep, stick around. I think we're going to try to do it every Tuesday and Thursday. I can commit to that, but, I want to keep this going and, build a little community here and keep it tight-knit. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Yep, have a good one. All right, Pam.
Bye, AJ. Yeah, so I'm
going to give you the last note here, the last word here. How are you feeling about the team?
I feel awesome about this team. I think, like I told you, when they kept Gesicki, I was like, okay, this is a whole new thing. And looking at the things that this coach has said and his whole attitude,
Appreciate you, Mike,
and who he's brought in and the way the deals have been done, like the Tyreek thing, that was not like a surprise thing for the coaches. That had been in the works, and they kept it all quiet, and they weren't putting everything out there running their mouth. They were making moves. So
yeah, nothing like the Watson rumors. Geez.
Exactly. It was.
I think they learned their lesson.
Yeah, well, it was a lot of action and not a lot of talk, and I really liked that. So
yep,
I'm
love to see
excited.
it. It's gonna be a good year. Pam, you got a Facebook group, right?
Yeah. So it's Forever Dolphin Fans, and that's where I do my stream. I stream all the games. I've been doing that about 6 years now, streaming all the Dolphin games. It's just me, and people are on watching the stream out of the group and commenting. We're just all talking back and forth. I have several hundred people that are on the stream from all over the world.
It's
actually.
dope. It's dope.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's where it's our little family, our little Dolphin family. So I love that. Yeah.
Love it. I appreciate you, Pam. Thank you for coming in and chilling with us and hanging out in the chat and jumping in the voice chat. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Drew. I enjoyed it a lot. You have a good night.
Hey, you too. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
All right. Exhale. Are you gonna come up here, bro? You got words to say? I was thinking about heading over to the Finn's tailgate and chilling with the guys over there, but you just got home. Did you catch anything? bro. I've been dying to go fishing. Dying. Started working on my boat. 3 for me. Anything edible? Or just bass? 5 total. So it was a successful trip. Just bass. Okay, that's fun though, dude. I need to go fishing so bad. I need the stress reliever. It's the one thing I miss from living in Florida. I used to live about 10 minutes from the coast, from the beach basically. So basically just used to ride my bike to the ocean and throw a line out off the jetty. I need to go. But yeah. I think I'm gonna go. Give me a second here, cause I might. Yeah, dude, I miss it. I have my little fish tank at home. I have some clownfish, but you know that's my little piece of the ocean. Away from the ocean. But I'm gonna see if I think the Finn's Tailgate guys are on, so I might hop on there and might just keep the stream up while I talk with the boys over there. But we had a great stream. You missed it, dude. We had the panel going. It was lit. Telling you. Building something special here. Something special. A family. The panel missed me. Absolutely, dude. Exhale has the best Dolphins takes in all Dolphins fandom, period. Bar none. There is no better. All right. Yeah, it looks like Mike on the mic is on. So I'm a hop in there. Dig these heels in, homie. Dig them in. These hakes are too hot for the average fan. They don't know. They just don't understand. All right, let me see. Give me a second, cause I'm gonna hop in with the boys at the Finn's Tailgate. If you're not following the Finn's Tailgate over on YouTube, 1,000,000,000%. Those guys are incredible. They do amazing things. They do panels just like we do. The Finn's Tailgate over on YouTube. They're streaming right now. Actually, I'm gonna put a link to their YouTube, because it's the right thing to do. Okay, I got that.
He started.
Boop, boop, boop. Yes. Please go follow the guys at the Finn's Tailgate. Incredible group of guys. Love what they do. Okay. All right, I think we're ready. We're gonna hop in over there. Let's see. Let me just make sure. All right, we're good. We got this.
Since they redid it.
How
So it's
old
pretty
is
good.
Kevin Durant? Can anyone answer that?
What?
What happened?
How old is Kevin Durant?
29? He might be 30.
9 in his 30s now. I
I
think
think-
he's like 34, maybe 33.
34?
Kevin Durant?
So how many years
Yeah.
do you think he has left?
No.
How many years do you think he has left?
Man, am I that old? I hate y'all.
Well, I'll find out right now. I'll find out right now.
The reason I'm asking
He's
is
he's got at least 17 more years. He could play till he's 50.
All right.
17. Okay, let's be realistic.
Hey,
Let's,
LeBron James got a Tom Brady
let's say he has maybe 5-7 more years, right? I think it's very plausible that he could make a move to
29.
Dallas.
He's 33.
What?
He's 33.
He's
Okay,
33.
he's 33.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 33.
Maybe
that's
it's a
what I'm
little
saying.
bit too soon, but I could see him going to Dallas because there's no state taxes in Texas.
That's true.
Right.
New
That's
York
true.
has one
can.
of the highest tax rates. You know, on your last payday, you want the most out of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree with
Unless
you.
you go home, he can both play for the Wizards.
No, but I think Luca extends his career by at least 2 seasons because he's just gonna have to stand and shoot. Luca gets
Hey.
him the ball wherever his favorite
is
spot.
true.
Mike, I hate to bust your bubble, but I do not see Luka retiring the Dallas Maverick.
Oh, he's taking the Dirk route.
You don't
bro.
think
He
so?
was there.
I
That's
don't
gonna
think
be the
so.
talk. That's gonna be the talk.
What team could he possibly go to?
No, there's nowhere
Miami?
that's gonna give him what he has in Dallas.
Miami?
Gonna give him that.
Miami,
Nope.
I mean, Miami.
LA, the Lakers,
Nope.
The Lakers, yeah.
Nope.
the Clippers.
You know why his
Miami
two favorite
doesn't
players-
want a
His two
superstar.
favorite players are Dirk Nowitzki and LeBron James, and he's gonna do what Dirk Nowitzki did and LeBron James couldn't, which may make him better than LeBron when it's all said and done. Who's to know?
Miami's not a good environment
Cap.
for Luka. Luka wants the ball.
Drivatron, they will make that work. They made it work, and because he took his learning from Dirk. Dirk every single year when it came up to an extension took a hell of a lot less money. to stay in
Dirk
Dallas.
did take him under
Yeah.
his
Put a
wing.
team
For
around him.
sure.
But
Oh,
before we go any
my.
further, I gotta say hi. What up, Drivatron, man?
What,
Hey, Drew,
what up,
uh,
boys?
What's up, man? Hey,
What's
remind-
up,
you remind me
Drew?
of my- You remind
Hey,
me of
my
my
bad.
circle, my personal circle.
Drew, my
down
bad.
here,
I couldn't
Love
come
your
in
beard,
the Twitch thing earlier because I was on the phone with my wife.
Look, be honest,
apologize.
Alex. You chose the Finn's tailgate over Drubatron. We all know.
Drivatron,
it.
did you see what happened to Alex earlier?
No, what happened?
I don't know.
I came
What
I
happened,
came in
Alex?
as trying to pretend to be somebody else. You know, obviously nobody fell for it. You know, I put in the thing. Tua is God. Pete Steak's garbage.
Oh well, I
And then-
would have known straight away that was you, dude. That was
It-
a dead
And
giveaway.
then
Right.
somebody changed my name as soon as I got in here, saying Alexander hates Tua.
Love it. Love it,
Tua
dude.
is garbage. somebody, so,
You realize,
somebody
Alex,
changed my
that
name.
they've already
think-
clipped you, and it's already being processed on Twitter.
He
as-
hates
And
Tua
you
so
know
much
what,
that he's
fella?
leaving Florida because of
You
it.
know
He
what,
can't
fella?
stand to even be in the same state.
Right.
You know what,
You
guys?
guys
You know what,
leaving the
guys?
state.
I got one thing to say to you. Let's go Mets.
Let's
You
go.
know, Whatever.
No, thank you, sir.
I'm sorry you have to go through so much misery
thank
there.
you, sir.
in the Mets.
Wow. That's what it's doing these days. man.
Alex, what are you gonna do, being a Mets and Dolphins fan living in Texas, dude? What
Well,
was
I
the
felt
thought?
same way, Drew Patron.
Well,
What was the thought?
Well,
Living
Drew,
in
I
Chicago.
already got this
Back, I'll
planned.
get you in a minute.
Me and Mike are gonna. I already talked to Mike about this.
You talked to me
and
about
we-
how much you hate Tua. That's what I remember.
No, I'm trying to convince Mike to take a. I'm trying to convince Mike to take a 3-hour drive
Settled.
from
It's settled,
from
Alexander.
Arlington,
Sure he walks
Everybody
into
thinks you
Texas,
hate doing
from where we are in Texas, and go to Houston. When the Mets play Houston, when the Mets play the Astros in June.
Nah.
Dude,
That's all.
Alex, I'm gonna do it with you, but I'm just gonna let you know it's a shame your voice is so recognizable because this clip is gonna be played all over Twitter.
Oh my god.
Share. I'm gonna start a space right now, Mike. I'm gonna start it, and I'm gonna invite everybody.
Megatron.
I've already got Open Shot Video Editor open right now.
There you go. Hey, Color, Mr. Polk,
You guys are
I
awesome,
think
man. I love you guys so
he got
much.
the video from you. He got the music we were talking about last night. He got the music loaded for you.
I'm dying.
Guys, isn't today supposed to be Taco Tuesday?
Yeah, it's
Taco
talking about how much you hate Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, crypto, by the way.
So
I don't
let
know
me
if
ask you a
you were in,
question.
I don't know if you were in the channel earlier, but apparently the admins do have the ability to change our screen name.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, Mike.
I didn't know that they
God
could do it.
You're
Hey,
caught,
you are
Mike.
fully right. I have that ability, and I've been putting it on display.
Yeah, Mike.
Look, if you come up in here,
Like the irony.
Free
of
game.
It, we were
We were
just talking about it.
discussing this last night. Like what features do the mods have backstage,
The features.
right?
Right, we was just discussing this last night.
that's dope.
Well,
What
I didn't
they
even know
have
I could do it
backstage.
until today. So
Guys, listen to this, right?
Yeah.
Listen to how much
Taco
it's-
Tuesday.
hey, it's talk
And-
about how much you hate Tua Tuesday.
Taco Bout Tuesday.
Tijuana
Taco
Flats.
Bell.
Tijuana Flats. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that.
Yes.
Tijuana Flats.
I love
They're
listening to
supposed to
Tijuana
have
Flats.
2 tacos with a drink for $5.99, right? So tell me how the heck I pay
and they got
60.
they got a spicy dipping sauce bar.
Yes.
Yeah, and tell me how the hell I paid $16. Tell me how the hell I
Who?
paid $16 for 2 tacos and freaking 20 chips.
But
And
they're
guacamole.
good
From
Italian
where?
food,
What did they? Was they
they're good
imported
want
from
a flat?
Mexico?
It's good. It's good.
What was they imported from Mexico directly? Where you get them from?
Yes.
Imported directly.
Apparently,
They have a
apparently
teleportation device
Hey,
in the
Ali,
back.
Steak is like
Ali, can I
steak is like
drop
$4.
you back and bring one of the other guys on?
Ooh, what?
Ali, are you cool if I drop you back for a minute and let one of the other guys
Yeah,
on?
Got
man.
that CT
Alright.
back. He ain't
Just
said
wanna
a
make sure.
word yet.
I got 2 left. Color ain't going anywhere.
CT
I
is
just,
sleeping.
Kick color out. That
Nah,
guy doesn't
y'all
add
been
anything to
talking,
the
bro. I wasn't gonna
conversation.
interrupt the story.
yeah.
I wasn't gonna interrupt it.
CT,
I only caught the tail end of
that's a
it.
new skill you learned.
I was
huh?
just trying to fire you up, man.
That's a new skill you learned to stop interrupting.
Yeah.
Because I need to learn it, so I'm not throwing too much shade.
Hey Mike, when there's
Right.
someone else that is trying to come
too.
on, you can drop me off.
All right, Squid Games. Hey, I'm gonna just stay in the back, bro, because there's by chance there's somebody who's gonna drop out. I'll bring you back on.
Yeah.
CT,
I
I want
can
to say
go
hi to
back.
you first, man. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's up? What's
Yo,
up?
yo, yo. What's
You
up,
know.
Sean?
I was literally in tornado prep around 4:45, about 5:15 today. Had the kids in the bathtub with the mattress and the blankets, everything
Damn.
ready for the tornado, and then it was sunny skies 10 minutes later.
That's scary, dude.
Don't
That's
push him
insane,
my way.
Well, we
Dude, this
survived
storm
Hurricane Andrew.
popped up out of
so-
damn nowhere. But CT, tell me your vibe right now. Are you starting to look more towards baseball because it's back in action, or are you still fully committed to nothing but Dolphins?
Yep,
I've
I'm on
watched
the
a little
panel.
here and
I'm on
there.
the Fins tailgate
I haven't caught as much.
with the boys.
Kids have been sick the last 2 weeks, so it's been a lot of sitting around time.
We had a panel going on earlier on the Discord. We had a few people on our panel, but people had to leave, so I decided to hop over with my boys at the Fins tailgate.
I don't know enough to talk about it. So.
Oh no, I got you, bro. I'm just messing with you. But I
It's
just
always
wanted
a
to say
good
hi,
time
and
over
then
here.
I'm gonna say hi to Nick and then Von Joe. But what up, Nick? Nice to
What's
see you
going
back
on,
again,
brother?
bro.
What's up,
What's up,
guys?
Nick?
Richard Nixon.
Hey,
Hey Nick.
So Nick, what's your vibe right now? What are you feeling? Are you think they're gonna sign Reuben Foster? Are you excited they're bringing in defensive guys and the offensive talk has stopped? Where are you at on that?
I mean, the Reuben Foster thing, the whole injury thing scares me.
just got off work
and
not too long
his name was
ago.
mentioned, and all of a sudden,
Hey, no
it's
worries,
gone,
dude.
So
We're here.
I'd
We're
like to
here
see
whenever
Melvin
you
Ingram, though,
are.
I guess. I mean, he's older, but I still feel like
I appreciate
he
you
could serve a
for
pretty good role,
making
especially
Yeah.
the
me a
veteran
part of your
leadership.
evening. Your after.
You know, somebody else, Ali. I just dropped him back. He's in here earlier, and that's something he said to me today. Is that that's more of a benefit to bringing him is the veteran leadership that he has
Right.
and the ability.
I mean,
to
I agree
help
with Color.
Phillips
Like
and everybody.
He trains with a lot of the Dolphin players.
he's definitely not like a splash, but I mean, I definitely wouldn't mind having him.
Awesome. So appreciate you being here, Von Joe. What up, dude?
What's going on? What's going
Bon
on?
Joe.
You know, I
Yo.
wake up every
Like-
morning. I wake up every morning and I turn on my Stephen D show,
Yeah,
and then
bro,
the
they
first
always
thing I
lit
see
over
is
there,
your
I
face
met
in the
you.
bottom, like center of it.
Yeah, I love
And,
these guys.
So I'm just
We have a lot of
happy to
fun.
be here, man.
With all the
Yo,
plates,
listen.
with all the plates clanking around, the gym plates clanking around all the
Listen.
time.
So I'm usually in bed or asleep by now, right? But my wife is doing like this whole conference. She was asked to go speak at this conference in Philly, so she's in Philly right now, right? So, and I told myself last night, I'm not gonna do this to myself, and I'm up there to like 1 o'clock. It's like 1 o'clock here. I'm still with El Capitan, struggling through my workout this morning.
Oh my
I'm
god.
like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed early. And then I hear you guys, and I'm like, why did I just leave my phone downstairs? Why did I bring my phone up here? And now I can't help myself.
You know
I get on
what?
the panel
You
and
can't
talk.
stay away, Von Joe. You can't
I know.
stay
I gotta
away.
see what brought
And
you on
then
though,
I
Von.
saw Drew. I haven't spoken to Drew in a while.
Bro, I've been
haven't seen
my
Drew
mornings
on a
have
panel
been
in a
so
month,
busy. I
forever.
haven't been able to go on in the mornings. I come on night, and I do my stream and I hop on with my boys here. But I've been so swamped in the mornings with work that it's been crazy. But at least we get to
I heard
chop
a
it up.
conspiracy theory in like forever. And I was like, no, I have to get on.
Don't get me started.
I have to get on. I'm like, I have to get on. It's 11:44 here, but I'm still here. I'm gonna
Hey,
pay for it in the morning, but
Let's
I'm
do
here.
it.
We gotta get our late night fix. You're our
Yeah,
late
man.
night fix,
It's-
Mike.
it's-
You're our
it's-
late night fix.
It's
I
a
like it.
drug, man. This is a problem. I'm probably gonna have to go
By
to
the
the
way,
AA
Mike,
meeting.
quick MLB update. The Cardinals are 3-1.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's all right. They'll be
Texas
3
is 1-4.
They'll be 3-3 soon.
The last time I got into
My
MLB,
Cubbies are undefeated.
Don't talk
No.
about my team. My team's
no
not
Ozzie
gonna win
Smith.
many games. I just want 80.
No Vince Coleman.
Oh, you guys
Ain't going
are on a
nowhere.
tear down right now.
Sorry,
no,
Vince
we're
Coleman. Oh
first
my
year.
God.
We're
You remember
first
Vince
year
Coleman was a
rebuilding.
Met?
like
Yeah.
Mike,
Vince Coleman was a
First
Met.
year rebuild, Mike.
Mike,
Yeah,
right
we just
now.
signed. Go ahead, Von Joe.
just-
We'll talk baseball in a second, Color. Go ahead, Von Joe.
No, I was gonna say Mike right now. Like literally, my vibe after this is basketball playoff season, and
Yes.
then I usually go into like a dark period because I stopped following sports. I stopped following baseball as a sport after Ken Griffey retired.
Oh wow. Okay.
The
I
turtle
guess-
is
No,
his
no,
spirit
man.
animal.
No,
That's
I'm
like
lying.
20 years.
Von Joe's
No,
spirit
I'm
animal
lying.
is
I'm
the
lying.
tortoise.
I'm lying. It's Ichigo. Is that his name?
Ichiro, yeah.
Ichiro?
Yes.
Ichiro,
Yes.
Ichiro,
Yeah, he was the next big.
Hey, he's been out for a while too.
Yeah, that was the last time I really followed
I
baseball.
thought he
When I was
retired.
following the
lost
Mariners.
interest
I thought he
after
did too.
Ichiro's been out for a while.
Clemens,
Ichiro retired like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Clemens, Bonds. They got to put those guys in the Hall of Fame, man. Since they,
So
Yes,
Von Joe,
no,
let me ask you this.
no.
Okay, so hang on.
No.
You brought this up.
Clemens,
Along
no.
with Sammy Sosa.
And no
Yeah.
Bonds.
Yeah, but if
this
you go
question is
Sammy
for Vaughn.
Sosa, you got to go Mark McGuire too.
Yeah.
So,
So let me ask you something
Yes.
really quick.
What's up,
Oh,
Mike?
put Markin as
Hang
well.
on. I'm gonna shift the conversation. We're gonna get everybody involved, but I'm gonna go Von Joe, and then I'm gonna go around. Alex will be next. I'm going in that circle. But Von Joe, you brought up Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Roger Clemens, Andy Pettit. You go down the list of players that are being kept out because
guys
of
should
Rafael
absolutely-
Palmeiro.
absolutely be in the Hall.
that
Jeff Bagwell.
performance enhancing
Everybody
drugs.
was
were a problem.
avoiding.
So
Right.
my
Everybody
question
was
is-
worried about.
My question is, did it? So for you, I'm going to say what it is for me, and I'm going to ask you. So for me, steroids didn't change your hand-eye coordination or your ability to pinpoint a pitch. All it did was to help you to stay healthy longer, and it gave you a little bit more oomph, a little bit more strength. But it wasn't. You still had to have that elite, above, like a Hall of Fame worthy hand-eye coordination. So in your
Right, you have to have
your
that.
short opinion that I heard is that you think they should be in. Why do you think? What do you think it's going to take for those guys to finally get in?
It's gonna take. Here's the funny thing is to get those guys in, it's probably gonna take a miracle. Because the reason why they say it tainted it is because even though it doesn't, the hands-eye coordination is not something that's affected by steroids, but those fast twitch muscles are still affected
Speed
by
of the
steroids.
bat
Exactly.
speed is increased. Absolutely.
So yeah, I see the ball coming, but as you get older, you see the ball coming and you want the bat to swing. And it's not swinging.
You can catch
but-
up to those 98s a lot easier.
That's what happened to Albert
Exactly.
Pujols.
So that's why.
Albert
So that's
Pujols slowed down.
so
like
that's
that.
why I say it messed up the game, and they probably gonna keep them out.
I get that.
Yeah,
Well,
but
but
Wait
did
a
it
minute,
mess up
that
the
was-
game? Because I felt like it saved the game. Because 98, I remember going down to Houston
It did.
back-to-back
It
weekends
did.
to see that home run chase, and if without that, I would never have became a baseball fan.
No, it did make the game more exciting, but at the same time,
And they had just come off a strike.
it made the game exciting. But at the same time, when you find out the truth of why the game was exciting, it kind of takes away from it a little. You feel me?
Okay, so then somebody else can answer, or you can answer if you have a take on this. So my thinking now is that I'm looking forward to 2023 because in 2023 the shift now goes away, and I think we could see a monumental shift in offensive production like we did with steroids and what it did to bring the game back. After
Really?
the
They're
strike.
taking the shift away?
Yeah, they're
but-
going to be taking the shift away, and I feel like if they do that, you're going to see Tony Gwynn type batting average for some of these guys that haven't had the ability to hit it.
You know how many guys are going to have a
first and second
resurgent
because that
career
Rover's
because
been
of that,
there.
Mike?
What's up?
You know how many guys are going to have a career resurgence?
That's what I'm
because of
getting.
that?
That's what I'm
Oh
getting
my
at,
God.
Kohler. So is it going to save the game as much as steroids did by getting away with the shift? Because you got guys like Joey Gallo that can't hit above 190, but he can hit 50 bombs. Now you're going to let him hit 260 to 270. Is he going to chase that home run record?
Well, you also got like guys
probably-
like Yachty.
he probably do
that if
both.
They didn't put the shift on him. He'd be on base like every other bat.
Listen, can we be honest about that era, the roid era? Everybody was using I'm sorry, get
Something.
over it.
At least
Everybody's
something.
cheating, everybody's doing something.
You gotta
there's
let
an
those
era
guys
where
in.
we-
I agree with that.
I
I
have
would
a-
say about 97% of everybody was using some
If you
drugs.
weren't using, it's the
Some
same
kind
thing.
of drug.
Look, we had the. It's been the talk over the last few years with
Mike
these
Piazza
pitchers
was not using drugs.
using pine tar,
Piazza was not
using
using.
all the different
Adrian
sticky
Martinez was not
substances,
using.
right?
The cream.
There you go. You
Everybody's
just named 3 players
using
out
it.
of 1,000.
Yeah.
Still at
Everybody's
97%.
cheating. Everybody's
Yeah,
trying to get a
Pedro-
competitive
Gwynn.
advantage.
Tony
If
Gwynn wasn't
everybody's
using.
doing it,
Hang on,
it's
Alex.
basically
Nah, we're good.
it's
Yeah,
basically
just let them in
useless.
and label
Hey,
it
yo,
the
you let him
steroid
finish real
era.
quick. Hang on. Go
Label,
ahead.
label it the
You don't have to
steroid
label it anything. They were great. Everybody was roiding. It is what it
Just
is.
put
Just move on.
Just
have
say
to
from
put everybody in
95
that
to
same
2005 was the steroid era, and now you could say this post 2022 is the shift era. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh no, Joe Madden.
he
I
was correctly
argue that
correct.
he ruined the excitement, and I feel I'm not gonna say him specifically, but what happened when Joe Madden introduced the shift, and he started, and I think it was him. It might have been one other guy. What was his name? But I'm pretty sure it was Joe Madden. He started the shift, and what it did was it took away a batter's ability to do anything other than hit a long ball if they were a straight pull or a dead pull hitter. Like Nelson Cruz was a dead pull hitter, and he opened up his stance to the stance you see today, and he did that when he came from Milwaukee to Texas. And so when you take away the shift, now you've got guys that for the last 10 years they've been working on their arc of the bat, or the arc of the hit, I think I'm talking about arc, whatever it is called, but the angle, the launch angle. So they're talking about the launch angle. They've been focusing on it to get more home runs because they can't get that ball past that rover in between first and second base because they're a dead pull hitter. And if you're lefty, it's the same thing on the other side. But now you're not going to be able to put 3 infielders on the right side or 3 infielders on the left side. So does that have a similar impact that steroids did? Do you believe that that's going to happen? Kohler, I want to hear your take, and then Crypto.
Well, it would, but I think it's fundamentally morally different. If we're
this
gonna put
conversation
morals
is so,
aside, then it is,
like, silly to
then
me
whatever.
that
But
everybody was
also don't
voided.
forget that
Everybody
a couple
was
of
taking
seasons ago they
something.
lowered the pitching mound a few inches, which also
Every
I believe
every
that's
era,
supposed to favor
every
the
sport
hitters,
has had
It is,
different
yes.
advantages and disadvantages.
so they can't
Well,
get that 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock Michael Waka,
The
you
impact that they all
towering
had on the
Very
fastball.
Zito.
Randy Johnson,
more important than the fact
Right,
that
yeah,
they
with
definitely.
100 miles per hour, but
took
Randy Johnson.
performance-enhancing drugs, as far as I'm
Now,
concerned.
as far
Yeah.
as that goes,
Just my thoughts.
there's a case in point right there. The mound got lowered, and Michael Waka was supposed to be the next, Adam Wainwright. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, he's shipped off to somewhere else because he couldn't get out of his own way.
Yeah, Color,
just
to
don't
your
know.
point, every sport has had eras where either there was players doing stuff or the league changed a rule that affected scoring. I mean, the NBA, they added the three-point line. Like, at the end of the day, all we can look at is the era in itself, right? And that's why I always hate, like, when people talk about MJ, LeBron, Kobe, when we try to, like, compare these guys in basketball.
Or Marino.
Or
and Brady.
Marino to everybody, right? It's so stupid. It's like, appreciate the guys
That's a
for the
rule
era
change
that they
that
played
enhanced
in.
it or took away from
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Appreciate the guys for the era they played in, and just take it for what it's worth. Like I said, everybody was roiding. You could pick out 2 or 3 guys that weren't, and I'd argue that they're probably lying to you, and they probably did something, right? Everybody was trying
No.
to. Everybody. Alex, I know you live in fairyland where Tua is the best quarterback in the NFL, and nobody
Schumacher
cheats.
wasn't
Okay,
roiding
the
up.
Dolphins cheat, the Patriots cheat.
I
Everybody
guarantee you,
in
Skip
sports
Schumacher
cheats.
wasn't taking roid.
Everybody in sports
Yeah,
cheats.
now-
Do you remember?
Some people
Standout
get caught.
players will always
They
stand
did
out.
Some
Okay,
people
They took
get
some
caught.
sort of pill.
Drew,
Alex,
Drew,
everybody
Drew,
cheats.
I understand that everybody
Not
cheats.
Skip Schumacher.
Don't.
If you ain't cheating,
He
you
was
ain't
too.
trying.
Exactly. If you
Listen.
ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Thank you.
Okay, Eddie Guerrero.
Just
Okay, Eddie
watch
Guerrero.
one. Watch
here's-
one at bat from Skip Schumacher and tell me if that dude ain't the most milk toasted guy
Thank you,
you've ever
Sean.
seen
It's
in your
true.
life, man.
You
But you-
discredit
That was
him in the
it.
Hall
It's
of
true.
Fame.
He was probably
Everybody
taking
cheats.
milk toast
It's
as
not
his
in the Hall of
drugs.
Fame.
That's why.
Right.
Roger
It was
Clemens needs to
spiked
be in
in
the
his
Hall
milk
of Fame.
toast.
Listen, in professional
Right.
sports,
No,
when
That
the
was his
margin
edge, Cutler.
when the margin of the talent, right? When you're only marginally better than the next guy up and your job's on the line, everybody cheats. They all try to do it. Pitchers do it with the substances, right?
Especially
Like batters will
Well,
do
yeah,
it with
Rubicon,
cork.
because it's a professional sport, and
It's-
the
everybody's
rule
trying to
makers don't
get.
take the money
Roger
back if you
Clemens
get
was the
caught.
biggest
Thank you.
cheat of all
Real quick,
time.
it's an interesting point because
was.
a lot of guys,
But he
you know,
was
this
about
is
it.
Yes, he
this is
was.
the rationalization for a lot of
A lot of
guys.
guys was a-hole.
Roger Clemens, he
I
can't
take
talk.
roids, hold on, if I take roids and I get 3 years out of it and become a superstar millionaire, they're not taking the money back.
Yeah, I
What
think
do
with
I care
Clemens,
if they
Clemens
find
was
out
a
and I get
superstar.
banned?
I didn't bring any
Out
grub. I
of
just
the
brought up
league.
the
Clemens
Clemens
dominated for a long time.
the
Mike,
quote.
mute your mic.
But it's true. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Like in major league sports,
Yes, exactly,
everybody's
yeah.
cheating. Everybody's trying
You
to
know,
get a
I-
competitive
I-
Like,
advantage.
so a
I
lot
have
of these
one thing
guys
to
are
take
just
from this.
using a private life monetarial calculation. Like, so what? I've got $50 million, so I got caught taking
I only
roids.
look.
My career is over.
I'm bilingual.
Nobody's
I
taking the
speak
money
truth.
back.
I
So,
speak
okay,
Like
English and I
German
speak
was
facts.
saying, every era has its
Yeah.
tainted phase, like a 10-year phase or
Yeah.
20-year
Hernandez was
phase.
on
Yeah.
cocaine.
Every sport has
So-
a tainted phase.
Hold on. So didn't we go through like a ball juicing thing recently?
What?
Yes.
Oh,
The ball.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
ball
like-
juicing. You had the
Okay, we got
cork
an
bat
echo.
era,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What the, who's that?
where
was
everybody's bats was cork.
Sammy Sosa was with the Rangers whenever his bat broke and the cork was shown in the middle of his bat.
You had cork bats.
Exactly.
You got
The
substances
cork
on
bat
pitchers' gloves. Dude, Alex, look,
This is
I
scuffing
hate
the
to break
ball.
this to
Cork
you,
bats.
Alex.
To me, cork bats shouldn't be against the rule.
Alex,
And
I
there
bet
should
you,
be
I
a
bet you
weight
Tua
rule.
cheats too.
There
I'm
should
just
be
saying.
a weight rule.
Just
So
saying.
the bat should weigh
He's trying to-
this
he's
number.
trying to
This
make you
number.
look
As
bad,
long
Drew.
as it weighs in
Drew,
that
that's
number,
Drew.
it's got a cork.
He
in it.
has the Jubatron. You
Listen,
mean Tua
guys.
has deflated balls?
Guys,
I don't
listen,
know.
Here's
You still have to hit the ball.
here's my take on all this, okay? And I want you to hear my take on it. Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Rafael Palmeiro, Sammy Sosa do not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. They are cheaters. I watch a game of baseball because I want it to be fair for everybody. Every single player
Wah.
that puts on that uniform. Okay? I grew up. I
hear the
understand
Hurricanes have a good
How do you know
baseball
those
team
players
in
wasn't
college.
making it fair?
that Mike Piazza did not cheat.
All they had
Never
other people had to
cheated.
do was pick up the same
Pedro
drug and do the
Martinez
same
never
thing.
cheated.
Just never got caught.
Pedro Martinez never cheated.
Strawberry
Never got
on
caught.
those
Hold on.
candy.
Darryl Strawberry
make them better
was
players.
using cocaine. Yes,
Here's
he
the
was.
thing. Here's the
Good.
thing, Alex. You just named a lot of people that you could say people could argue actually saved baseball during that era.
What was the
I
text
understand
that
that
just came
McGuire and
on
Sosa
the
saved
chat?
baseball with the home run.
I don't know how
chase.
y'all can watch
I get that.
Barry Bonds
But
did
talk
as
about
well.
baseball.
But let me ask you a question.
Look, it's
If your
off-season,
favorite
homie.
player,
There's no
if your
football to
favorite
talk
player has a
about, so
chance to
we're
get
on
to the Hall of
baseball
Fame,
news.
and Barry Bonds gets in before you're a player, what are you going to say to that?
Don't care.
Yeah,
Everybody cheats.
I see what you're saying, Alex, but I want to disagree with you on one point. Is that these guys in that era and doing what they did, first of all, like everybody's saying, it saved baseball. But now you have a situation where we all know that why those guys got all those home runs. So now if a guy like Pujols comes up, who's nothing but a designated hitter this year, you know what I mean? Like, it's a litmus, Alexander, because now if somebody breaks one of those records, you know what I mean? It's like even that
I don't
much
know why I
more
have
of
this
a
mic.
feat because, they're beating records of guys that were juiced up.
Alex, I bet you
It's a
if
challenge.
you asked any
Yeah.
of these Hall of Famers on their deathbed, right? They're out of this world. Hey, in the game, did you cheat once? I guarantee you, everyone will admit at some point that they cheated. They all
And
cheated.
every one of them would give
If
their
they-
Hall of Fame
and if-
jacket back for their money.
And if
you
they
said,
didn't,
if you said, in order to keep that green jacket, or whatever color it is, you've got to give us back all your money. They're going to take the money and say, forget the jacket. What's the Hall of Fame?
I'm telling you, Alex. Even if guys that you don't think cheated, I
You guys are
promise
breaking
you.
Alex Hart
I
right now.
promise you,
guys
they
need to
cheated,
stop.
dude. I
What'd you say, Bon
I
Jovi?
promise you, dude, they
You're
cheated.
breaking
I
Alex Hart
promise.
right now. So y'all need to stop.
Everybody in professional sports cheats. Everybody likes to poo-poo on the Astros for what they did. If you don't think that every other team in Major League Baseball has done some form of sign stealing, dude, you're delusional.
Oh, yeah.
Every
That
team
happens.
cheats.
Why would they even have
Somebody-
signs if people weren't sign stealing?
Exactly. Listen, everybody cheats.
Like it started
Some of
with
them
one
get
sign
caught,
because
some of them
somebody was
don't.
listening into their conversation, so they started using hand signals.
It's
Then
just
somebody
facts.
figured out their hand. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, and the new
Yeah,
and the
the
new
Astros
thing that
wasn't
they're
the first to
using
do
to
it. It
send
just got
signals, you know, the electric thing, somebody's gonna hack that shit and they're gonna steal signs again.
well,
The
okay,
first team
Drubitron,
that
but
can
that's
do
the
it's gonna
same
do
thing
it
they did
too.
in the NFL. Like all they said was, okay, we're gonna take all the sign stealing away by putting a CB radio in the helmet. You know, with
Yeah, and then they hacked
coach
those.
to quarterback. You know,
I'm telling you, any
Yeah.
any professional team that can get a competitive advantage will. They won't hesitate. This is not like
because
this isn't
it's
a
pro,
secret.
it's professional.
Yeah, and because
Money's
the
on the
talent,
line.
you know, we like to talk about how like the best team and the worst team of a sport, they're so far off, right? These teams are so. If you really look on paper, right, at these guys, these are still the top 1% of the top 1% of athletes in that sport. The margin between them is not as big. It just seems that big, right? Because like in basketball, you see, you know,
Inside
a
their
30-point
paradigm,
sway,
yeah.
and you see in baseball a 10-point, 15-point sway sometimes. But sometimes that happens. Sometimes bad teams beat good teams by 15 points too. The margin of victory and the margin.
Sometimes they beat them by 3.
Exactly, dude. Like it's so
Buffalo.
close in Major League sports. Every team is doing anything that they can to get a competitive advantage, and it's just facts. Mike, you're muted.
Baseball's the one sport that like cheating is encouraged. Stealing a base, stealing signs, like it's a part of the game.
Thief.
It's a part of what's been around forever. It's the one sport where they encourage cheating in a
Everybody
certain
cheats.
aspect. And so,
Mike is
if you know
Alex
that
is
you're
a
gonna
good guy.
rattle a pitcher and they're like.
Alex is a good guy, and I know he wants to think the best of people. Even the people that he thinks don't cheat, they're cheating. They're all cheating. It's okay.
That they played during an era where steroids were rampant, or that they were caught red-handed. I don't care, but Drubitron has a great point, Alex, and I hope it doesn't break your heart, but he has a point. Like everybody, look at Tua. Tua just had like a.
You guys are
He
fucking
just went
good.
from
Before
he
you
just went
keep
from a
going,
pipsqueak
Mike.
that's gonna get run over to somebody that's gonna run people over in an off
Mike,
season. You
before
don't
we
think he
keep
used
going,
something?
can we check on Alex first? Alex, are you okay?
He's fine.
I
He's
don't
a
know.
big
He
boy.
hates Tua so much he's leaving
Hey,
Florida.
He
to
left.
Drew's
He,
point
oh, he
also,
left.
I'm
Oh, no,
good,
he
guys.
didn't.
there
Give me a
are
second.
only
Okay.
on day one of the regular season, there are only 1,696 NFL players in the country.
That's a lot.
There
Tua's
is
limitations
how
are
many
irrelevant.
people are in the United States? 400 million people, and there's only 1,700 football players.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on,
Professional
Cole.
football players.
You got to. Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but Tua's limitations are irrelevant. We win in 10 plus. What's up, dude?
Not much, man.
Oh, this is Ali. Son of a
Yeah,
gun. I should have known
I
by the
just
damn
changed
picture.
my name. I didn't know you didn't know. Sorry. You
No,
couldn't
you
tell by the
didn't.
picture?
I just see it now. Yeah, I can see your picture. So I made some honey mango sriracha chicken on the grill last night, and I'm eating the leftovers. Oh, so good, guys.
It
Nice,
looks good.
nice.
Hey, Color, in addition to your point, I just Googled, there are about 1 million high school football players in the United States.
Wow.
That's just crazy,
I mean,
dude.
1,700 out of
Out of
today's current
million.
million or
11
so. Wow.
And 71,000 in the
so,
NCAA.
Well, that also goes to the point of criticizing
Jesus.
Tua. Like, really? Like, there's 1,700 players,
Yeah.
and we're and one of them doesn't get criticized.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like it's like
1,700 players, and I'm supposed to feel sympathy for somebody because he didn't pan out. Let's say if he doesn't,
Yeah.
like this is the argument about Pat White and all these other people. Like, nobody is crying for
said
them
Pat
right
White.
now.
I'm pretty sure a couple people cried for Pat White.
Well, his family, but I'm saying.
I cried when he got
But
laid
what I'm
out.
saying is, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
Pat White goes home and says, "I made it to the NFL." That in
Exactly.
itself is an amazing accomplishment for
Absolutely.
the average human being.
Oh yeah.
Why can't we just be satisfied with that?
well, and this
Why
brings
does
up another
everybody
point.
have to be Dan Marino?
Are you guys familiar with like the Brian Scalabrine meme? How he's like the worst NBA player ever, and you see like
he was He was the janitor, bro.
He
Yeah,
challenges people to
and
play
you saw
in
he's like, and because people talk shit on him, so he's like, okay, so he goes out to he goes to gyms and stuff, and he asks guys like, okay, let's play 1-on-1, and he absolutely obliterates every single. He's never met a guy in a gym that he didn't beat by like 13 plus points. Like these people don't realize that these professional athletes are miles and miles and miles ahead better than everybody else in the world, not even the United States, in the world.
That Jared Goff video is a perfect example. Everybody
Yeah.
has their idea of what they think about Jared Goff, and then you size him up and you put him next to a bunch of minor league guys, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, and that's when
Jared
you
Goff
see how
is
miles
Super
ahead
Bowl.
they are.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up,
their
Ali?
stature, dude, how big they are. Like, even Tua being a smaller guy, if you were standing next to him, you'd be like, damn, that's a football player.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, I'll never
sure.
forget. So, Luca got drafted after I left Dallas, but I was working in Dallas and I worked right outside the American Airlines Center. And we're talking about like walking up next to a guy to realize he's a professional athlete. At this point, Luca was 20 years old. I was like, oh, he's still kind of a kid. He's grown up. He's a European now in America. He's learning how to do this. And I'm sitting there and I'm down on the court talking to the head of security, and and
You still there,
goes
Sean?
past me. He's like real close, like almost rubbed
Are you
shoulders
with-
with me,
are
and
you
I
with me
and
still?
it caught me off guard. And I finished my conversation. I look back and I go, damn, that's Luca. Like he's huge, and it just never dawned on me that he was 6'8". Like he's a
Yeah,
big.
they
dude,
are
but,
truly
like,
larger
dude,
than life, man.
Man, I was like, I literally just go, that's damn.
He looks
Yeah,
tiny on the court. He looks small.
Yeah,
Like I
dude,
said,
but
don't
he's
let the
massive,
television fool
John.
you.
He's
Don't let
massive.
the
Like he
television
Well,
literally.
same with
is
Goff.
just-
You look at Goff on the field, he looks like this tall, skinny, lanky guy, but you stand next to him in person, that dude's like 6'20".
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. If
Yeah,
you've
hey,
ever had the pleasure of being on the sideline in an NFL game or anything like that,
Yeah.
you'll see how fast and vicious these guys are, man. Anybody who's not prepared to step on that field, you can die.
Yeah.
Trust me.
You guys ever see? You guys remember Kimbo Slice? You ever see the video of him tackling?
went to
that?
school with him.
R.I.P. Kimbo Slice, but man, that
The
video
late,
is
great
legendary,
Kimbo
dude.
Paul Meadow High
Dude,
School.
he was a man. That dude, you
He went to
never
my
want
right-
to meet him.
I
And then he
love
got
me
into
some Kimbo
MMA,
Slice.
He actually
and-
was a nice guy. I actually went to school with him. I grew up with him, actually.
Oh,
Oh
very
yeah,
cool.
he
Down there in
was
South
a yeah,
Florida.
he was a big old teddy bear, man.
Yeah,
From what I understand.
Palmetto High School. You know what? He would no. Trust me, Color. He was a fighter.
R.I.P.
He was a
Kimbo
fighter. He
Slice.
couldn't avoid it. But other than that, he was a smart kid, nice kid, liked to joke around.
Yeah.
But any kind of fight that went on would gravitate towards him somehow.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of our middle school, Richmond Middle. But no, he was a nice guy.
You know
He's
what?
he's actually the top-rated linebacker in '93 for the state of Florida.
Hold on, I like the fact that you keep saying, yeah, he was real nice. No, he was a fighter. Yeah, but he was
Well,
a good, solid guy, but he got kicked out of school.
Back then, Bonzo,
He was a nice guy.
fighting was a part of how young guys grew up back then.
Yeah.
It's just
Hey,
when
I tell you what. I
Like
didn't tell you
I
a story
said,
about Kimbo
Bonjo,
Slice.
larger than life, man.
Guys,
But-
guys,
Alex?
I didn't
Different
tell
era in
you a
Miami,
story
Bonjo.
about Kimbo Slice. So,
But hold on, before you tell
Kimbo-
that story, Mike, I was gonna say thanks for having me, but I gotta call it a night.
Yeah,
I
bro.
gotta be up
shoot,
early in the morning.
Bonjo, have a good night, man.
Night,
Hey, you
Bonjo.
have Bonjo, you have
Thanks
VIP
for stopping
privileges,
by.
man. Just like your name, V.
Let
Hey.
me know when you want to hear some more Kimbo stories, Bonjo.
I appreciate it. Fins up, guys. You guys take care.
Have a good night, Bonjo. Talk tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
All right, Alex. Let's
Hey,
hear
but-
that story.
good
But
guy.
yeah, so
Great
Kimbo
guy.
Slice, mentioned that he's a real nice dude. He really was. He was really a good dude, and
Yeah,
we
especially
met
when he
him
was
at
at the bank. It's like, here, how would you like those? How would you like that cash, Mr. Slice?
but I met him one day at Dunkin' Donuts because we used to hang out at Dunkin' Donuts in Coral Springs. Right? We every night we have a whole bunch of people who have a car meet there.
Alex, did you sell
in,
him a phone?
Coral Springs.
Did you sell him a phone?
No, this is before I started working for the.
Oh, y'all have
damn.
car meets at Dunkin' Donuts down in the Springs, man. We don't do nothing like that up here.
Well, no, actually, you guys got the car meets in
We
color
have bingo.
in West
We
Palm.
have bingo meets at our Dunkins up here.
But he came out one day and we started talking and he mentioned about how he got into it, starting the business and he's just a normal person just talking to us.
Listen,
and
he was
a
at a
normal
trajectory
person.
to be an NFL linebacker, if not for Hurricane
Yeah.
Andrew, which wiped out a whole generation of players from deep South Florida. He was one of the top rated, if not the highest rated linebacker coming out of the state of Florida, class of '93. But his whole life was disrupted by Hurricane Andrew.
Wow.
So it displaced people, and this is before scouts really, if you had no telephone at home, whatever scouts were contacting you had no way to contact you. If your school was blown down, and he went to Palmetto High School, which is deep South, but no, he's a good dude, man. He's a good dude.
And also get this, I want to go back to baseball talk for a minute, right? And I don't know if you guys remember a Drew Robinson.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, so you remember Drew Robinson? Okay, Mike. I was watching the E60 documentary on him the other day. Right.
He played for my Rangers, bro.
Yeah, he played for the Rangers, exactly. So they were talking about how he went to a downwards.
Yeah, are you gonna tell what happened, just so the people that don't know?
Yeah. So
okay, go
pretty
ahead
much
and tell them the whole what happened to him.
So Drew Robinson was a pretty promising baseball player, and he was drafted by the I think it was it was either Rangers. I think he was drafted by, and then he went to he was released and then went to the Cardinals for a couple times. Then was released again, and he was picked up by another team and then released again. So he hit a downward spiral, and one day, this was in the documentary, he was just sitting on his couch, grabs his gun, and just shoots himself in the head. Right? Get this. About an hour later, he wakes up, and he's just sitting there in his couch, like, what just happened? And he sees the blood. He rubs his head, side of his head. He sees the blood, right? He lasts the whole day on his couch, and then he goes to sleep, and he wakes up the next morning. Guys, he wakes up the next morning, and he's still in bad shape. Like, he's in bad shape. Then he finally calls 911, and then the cops ask, how long you been like this? Oh, about 48 hours.
Yikes.
Bro, I mean, oh my God. He got shot in the head, and he lasted 48 hours and got himself to the hospital, had surgery, and survived.
And he got picked up by the Giants by the Giants after the surgery.
That I did not see because they didn't mention that. But so yeah, bro, he lost his right eye. He's not able to see out of his right eye because it was damaged beyond repair. Because the bullet bounced and missed his brain. It missed his brain by an inch. Bro, he lasted 48 hours. He was able to go to sleep and wake up the next morning, and it's an incredible story. I would recommend you guys watch it on E60 if you guys ever see it. It's called Drew Robinson.
You wonder what was going on in his head. Like, did he think it was just gonna heal? Oh, that wasn't that bad. I screwed up. I shouldn't have done that.
He knew he was in bad shape, but he wanted to commit suicide. He wanted to kill himself. He's just. But then he finally calls. He finally calls 911.
Should be talking.
It was the pressure
about the Minnesota and Clippers game. It's really good.
The reason why I'm saying this is because we as human beings, we look at these guys like they're gladiators, like that they're not supposed to go through emotions, They're just overhyped, overpaid athletes.
95-99.
We look at them like that. We got to look at them like they're human beings. They're ordinary people just like us.
Ordinary people just like us. That's right. And the ordinary people here at the Fins Tailgate, we do a show called TMI Tuesdays with color commentary at 9 p.m. Directly after that, you get myself, Mike on the mic with open mic, and then on Saturdays you get me again at 10 p.m. with drop the mic. Then on Thursdays, you get color commentary, and as he is here now, he's probably going to be here for most of the shows here on the channel.
Sean, do you have Twitch,
El
dude?
Capitan with the Fins Tailgate, the tailgate party that never stops. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, like this video. If you want to help support the channel, the Cash App, the Venmo's right there. The Super Chat is live, and then we are an official partner with Fanatics, and you can go there. It's a one-stop shop for hats, beanies, jerseys, flip flops. I don't care. If you want boxers, you can get it for MLB, NBA, NFL, NCAA, whatever, NASCAR, whatever sporting team or organization you can think of. You can probably find it there at fanatics.com and go into the link underneath the video to find our link that ends you at the website. Also, we have flip-flops, hoodies, tank tops, beanies, and hats, all for the Fins tailgate. The lady is not included. But guys, appreciate y'all being here. Loving this baseball talk. That's my favorite thing to talk about. Thanks, I appreciate it, Bleezy. But guys, so I want to ask you a question. I want to get back to the Dolphins really quick. And I know I'm putting a big halt to the baseball stuff, but I want to get back to the Dolphins for 1 second. First, before I get back to the Dolphins, Moonlight Sonata, what is up, my man?
Hey, brother.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How you feeling, Bubba?
Just another night.
Yeah, you good?
That's all. I'm all right.
Is it more painful, or you got other stuff going on?
No, just stressed. But let's talk about the Dolphins. They brought in Ingram.
Yeah, dude, you like that? Do you like that? That trying to go get him is 34, I believe. He did come on at the end of the season. For
Well,
Kansas City.
I just if he's going to accept the Trace Armstrong role with Miami, as in pass rush specialist, I mean,
Yeah, 99.95.
I don't know where it was. I think it was when he was with LA. He complained about playing time. I don't want any of that bullshit. I want everything to be right. Okay, I just don't want any malcontents. I just want things to go smoothly. Okay, so he's got to accept his role. I mean, he may only get 15 plays a game. Is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna pay him 1.7 to 2.3 million dollars for 17 to 20 snaps a game, I'm cool with that. 15 snaps, I don't even care. So, are you concerned about the same thing with Reuben Foster?
Well, I don't really put much stock into that. I mean, I thought about it, but I just don't believe that
Foster a lot.
It would work out. I'm not so sure if he's
whichever team he
even in
ends up on,
physical
he's going to be really well.
shape. Okay,
he's gonna be
I mean, I know he's cut and stuff, and then there's game shape.
He's chiseled.
Right? Physical shape and there's game shape. I don't know. He's been out of the league, what, 3 years? He's been out of the league 36 months. That's a long time. I mean, they didn't sign him, did they?
No. But I'm just those are the two guys that they brought in this week.
Yeah, well, he'll undoubtedly be on a short leash if they bring him in.
Yeah,
and so he should be.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah, I think he would be.
Get rid of him if there's problems.
Exactly. Dude. I think he could be. Again, he's a very low risk, extremely high reward guy, right? Because you can basically bring him. I guarantee you can. He's not. His market is not big right now. I promise, it's not big. You can bring him in for very little, get him through camp. You know, if it doesn't work out in camp, you cut ties and you're scot free, right? But I think this is a guy, and I talked about this before, that you know, you don't get a lot of second chances in the NFL. We just talked about how rare it is to make it in the NFL, and you don't get a lot of second chances. So you've got to be not only an exceptional player, but you got to be an exceptional person to make that work. I think he's going to take advantage, and whichever team he ends up with, I think he's going to be a great addition. I think he's going to end up being comeback player of the year. That's my prediction.
See, no what?
This video.
That's a ringing endorsement.
You
sound
know,
like his agent.
do you know what really,
Look, I could sell
this
ice
is
to an
kind-
Eskimo, dude. I
Hold on.
promise.
This is the kind of garbage that pisses me off about this freaking media with the Dolphins, right? So, I'm watching NFL Live right now while listening to you guys. Most impactful offseason move, Marcus Spears, top 5. Von Miller to Buffalo.
Trash.
Casey Goose's Tyreek Hill. Russell Wilson to Denver. Devontae Adams to Vegas. J.C. Jackson to LA Chargers.
They didn't
How
even
about
mention
Miami gets
Deshaun
Tyreek
Watson.
No, the
Yeah,
most impactful off-season moves.
that's called national. I'm gonna push whatever I believe.
Exactly.
Narrative.
They're gonna
This
push
bullshit
whatever
is-
sells, dude.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's
Who
Marcus
cares?
I actually
Spears
like
saying
that.
this
Try to
too.
be under the radar the best you
Exactly.
can. The players
I don't
see
wanna-
that.
The
Keep
last
them-
thing
get 'em
we need is
motivated.
publicity. This
Yep.
team doesn't
Nick.
need any more publicity right now.
Yeah. Nick, what's up, dude? You've been quiet for a minute. You came on and said a little bit. What's up, dude? What you think
I
about
was
all
just
this?
saying, yeah, I don't want to be known like that. Fuck them. You know what I mean? Go under
I'm
the
just saying, it
radar.
pisses
and
me
then
off,
You,
bro.
what's up, my
put it on the
dude?
field,
I
you know,
appreciate
and then
you. Was
chill.
that?
Then
Oh, that
they'll be
was you
talking.
that just followed. Thanks for the
Yeah,
follow,
you know, in
dude. I
2011
appreciate you.
or 2010, 2011,
Thanks
that's
for
what the
coming to
Mavericks
check
did
me
when they
out.
beat the Heat.
We had a.
Yeah,
we
nobody
had,
gave him.
let me
Nobody
let me
gave the
lower the
Mavericks a
volume over
chance.
here. We had our own panel going on a little while ago, and you know, I decided to come over here and hang out with the guys at the Finns tailgate. But appreciate it for you coming by and following. Much love.
Past our defense, and then when we got into the finals against the Miami, they said that whenever Dirk was really actually like deathbed sick, like couldn't get out of bed, he was just it was bad. It was the flu game. But when LeBron and Dwayne Wade said what they did about Dirk faking it or whatever it was, they said at that point they knew there was nothing they could. They were down in the series and they knew they weren't losing.
Yeah, I agree because let me tell you something. And also, I'm surprised they didn't bring back the 06 series. You know,
Dude,
when
I'm telling you that series, Dwayne Wade, like he's one of my, and I'll say this to everybody, Dwayne Wade's one of my favorite not best player.
Timberwolves
He's one of
are
my
up
favorite basketball players I ever watched. So
104-98
his
with a minute
relentless
and a
and
half.
fearlessness going to the lane was something that I wish I could have done if I had played basketball. But I'm a little, it's just not ability that I have. But but that 06 finals, I was so confused. I didn't know how I should feel when we lost. Like I wasn't even upset. And I don't know how to say that. I wasn't no disrespect to Dwayne Wade and Shaq, but I definitely like. I just didn't know how to feel
realized
about
that
it because
you're
it was
my
kind of like when the
50th
Rangers went to the
follower.
World Series in 2010. They weren't
What-
supposed
what
to be
an
there, so I was
epic
like, oh, that's kind of
milestone.
cool. But man, that 2010,
And a
2011
great
team,
guy.
I knew
Great guy to do it.
they were different because
Appreciate you, man.
Rick Carlisle,
I just realized
Don Nelson, the Mavericks, as far back as they go, there was about 10 years they actually played defense. And 2010, 2011 was a year when they brought Tyson Chandler and Jason Kidd, and the defense went through the roof, and it was an anchor for us.
because I had my
Well,
sub goal at 50,
the Mavericks
but
this
it's not
year
like- it's not
finally
updated
are defense first.
I just hit 50. Ooh, the Clippers just scored. Oh shit.
I know we're on a Miami show, so y'all don't get to watch a lot of them, but when they're on the national stage against Utah coming up,
101, 104. A minute left.
pay attention to the defense. It's team defense, and Luka leads it. And when your superstars playing defense, it's a hell of a lot easier for everybody else to play defense.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yo, Mike. Timberwolves are up by 3 with a minute left.
Oh, that's the Clippers one?
Yeah, dude, it's tight. It's close, dude.
38. I just put it on just now.
I hate
TNC.
Yeah.
Right now, Wiggins is at the line shooting free throws.
Dude, when Luka, I knew we weren't winning in the bubble. When Luka hit that 3 in the buzzer against the Clippers,
Still trying to learn Twitch, but in time I will knock it out of the park. Q, are you in my Discord? My Discord server?
I'm sorry, this is Anthony Edwards. Guys, I don't know about you, but I hate this playing tournament.
oh, I don't like it, but I like that there's more teams. Well, the thing is for me, for a team that grinded it out and your superstar played all but like 10 games, I like the playing tournament because it affords more rest.
Yeah, but come on, though. I mean,
No, I get it, but it's the same thing as adding a 6th wildcard team in baseball to each conference or each league. It's the same thing. I mean, they're just trying to get more teams in, and I would argue that this will alleviate the seasons we've had, which you knew.
I don't know if you're on Discord, Q, but we have it's a Discord server. No, all right. Well, like if you don't have Discord, it's no worries. But we have a Discord server. It's like a little community that I'm building of Miami sports fans. Really focusing on Dolphins right now, but that's where I do my panels. So it's usually the guys and girls that are in there. Yeah, check it out, dude. It's pretty dope. It's a place where we can talk, and it's not like Twitch where you got tons of other fans chiming in. It's a small community where we can just chat it up. And then that's where I do my panels. So if I have people on the show, I open up a voice chat in Discord, and that's where people join in. So it's pretty cool. But I know a lot of the Dolphins fan base is not super familiar with Discord. It's more of a Twitch thing. But I want to bring it to the fan base. I think it could be really good for community building and just having a cool, safe, chill place where we can kind of talk and not have to worry about the outside forces of the world. But I know it's a little difficult for people who are unfamiliar with Discord, so no pressure.
That's what I was gonna ask. What do you think he's gonna ask?
Coming back to Finsta, yeah, they usually promote me whenever I come on. They'll usually let me plug the channel. I don't plug the Discord because I don't want to be like. I go on the Fins Tailgate because I love these guys are really fun, and we always have fun. Whenever I'm on there, we chop it up. So I don't want to use it as like a marketing thing. I go here and I stream with them too, just because it's fun for me. And but yeah, they usually let me plug it. Night, guys. I know I'm staying on. Sorry, I didn't mean to say everybody.
All y'all that stick with me, because my sports conversations go all over the damn place, and it's just fun.
Hey, it's all good, Mike.
One of those.
Mike,
Mike.
this is why this. I'm sorry to cut
I
you off,
appreciate
man.
you.
Go ahead.
You're the best.
No, I'm good.
You're the best, buddy.
I just wanted to ask Mike, and everyone feel free to chime in. Who do you think Scott McDaniel is back? I mean, he's not a big guy. He didn't play the game. He's a nerd. I mean, I think
He's a nerd.
And stuff like that. But, I kind of like if we had a Jack Del Rio as an assistant coach or someone like that. It's a former big player.
I think you just hit the nail on the head that we've got former players on the team that are gonna fall in that line. No, but that's just me. I want to support you and your endeavors. 100%, dude. Appreciate you. We all got to support each other, right? Like, we're a small community of content creators, and I preach it whenever I'm on other people's streams too. You got to go and support everybody because we're all we got. The mainstream media, like we just heard on the stream here, they're not talking about the Dolphins, which is probably a good thing. Let us talk about the Dolphins because we know what's going on. These mainstream guys just want to talk about the Cowboys and the Chiefs and the fucking Bills, and they don't want to talk about the Dolphins because it's not sexy. Doesn't get clicks. It doesn't get. It doesn't bring in dollars. But that's why we're here. We get to talk about the team, and we know way more than these guys do. So you always got to support the streamers, the Fins Tailgate, Dougly Do Wrong, TD Fins Talk, Stephen D, Miami Sports Music. Support everybody, dude. I appreciate you.
But we both share that, and so I think because I'm not an imposing person, but when I'm general manager of a restaurant, everybody knew I was general manager, and they didn't F with me. And I'm not a big dude, man. I ain't never been in a fight, but I can hold my own. And if I need to, I've learned what I need to learn. But I've always been a talker first, and so I think you do definitely the experience that he brought in. I think it was over 350 years of coaching experience, but the guys like Sam Madison, Patrick Surtain, Tyrone McKenzie, Wes Welker, John Embry, Darrell Bevel, those guys have been there. They know what it takes, and I think they can be that side of McDaniel that he doesn't necessarily have.
Mike, don't mean to cut you off, but his agent is not Drew Rosenhaus.
Ooh, then you might be able to get him for less.
David Mulaheta, I think. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Athletes First.
Go.
Ali, he took a 1-year deal last year. Do you know how much it was?
$4 million.
$4 million.
Love
So
you,
he
brother.
might.
Appreciate you.
So we could probably get him with another 1-year deal, around maybe $3 to $4 million, around the same price tag.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna shoot for 2.5 to 3, but I'd love to get him for 2.5. To be honest.
Yeah, it was a $4 million deal. Only $1 million counted towards the cap. Just so you know that.
Yeah, it'll be a signing bonus. He could get a up to $5 million contract. I just don't know. I'll tell you this: if they sign him, and pay attention to the next person they sign. because you'll know if they're looking at more moves by how much they give this next complimentary person. If they give somebody like a Melvin Ingram up to a $6 million, $7 million with incentives deal, then they're most likely not looking to add too much more to this team. And Q, yes, hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Alex, what were you gonna say, man? You were
No,
Man,
no,
Q.
my bad. I was gonna just say, just another month before I head down there. When I get up there, we gotta catch a beer, have a couple beers, just BS around and talk sports all day. I love that. But
my dad works for the same company, bro. You might end up working close to my dad.
Well, what, AT&T?
Yeah, but he's more on the sales side, development side, not your side. Now that I think about it,
I have something lined up with Terrell that I have an interview for tomorrow.
Terrell?
Yeah, in Terrell,
That's
Texas, about 30.
Yeah, is it a storefront or is it an outlet?
Yeah, it's an AT&T store.
Okay, I think I know which one you're talking about, and it's kind of a nice one. I think it's one of the more modern ones. I know there's two of them that came up.
It's next to the Whataburger.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. I think it's a nice one, man. Terrell's not a bad area either. Terrell, Texas is, that's as middle of the road as it gets here in Texas.
Do I have to worry about tornadoes?
Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Where I am.
If you're on outskirts, where you are, you should not be worried. If you're on the outskirts of town, and I'm not talking about city, if you're on the outskirts of a town and you don't have a lot of trees, because there aren't really that many forests here in Texas unless you get into the hunting lands, and so you're not gonna have to worry about it the further northeast you are, which is where you are from where I am. South and west of me, Tornado Alley. Northwest of me, Tornado Alley as far as Texas. But by the time it gets up to Terrell, it's gone through Dallas and Richardson, and there's so many cities that it's hard to get to where you're going to be up there.
But yeah, in Rockwall, I just don't want to.
I've seen
fate.
Okay, now Rockwall, you will have some nasty storms, but I've seen
Timberwolves won.
In one day, I saw 3 tornadoes. One of them I thought was going to take me, and 2 of them I passed on the highway. And those are the only 2 tornadoes. The one that I thought was coming to get me wasn't next to a big city. But the only 2 I've ever seen go through like a city in my lifetime have been the 2 that I saw in 2013, probably, something like that. And then the one that went through downtown Fort Worth and took down the Big One building. But I'm 38, and those are the only 3 tornadoes I've heard of going through one of their bigger cities. And Rockwall's not a small city. Rockwall's a big city.
Hey, let me ask you guys something.
Really quick, sorry to interrupt. The Timberwolves won.
Good.
Yeah.
109-104.
I actually think they could pose a threat. Go ahead, Ali.
So they get the automatic 7th seed.
I want to.
They'll be
playing
playing
back to the
Memphis.
Pins real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
What would you guys accept a trade for Deebo that included Jalen Waddle to the Niners or to a different team?
Fuck no.
No.
Never.
Nope. He's off limits.
That was another
Waddle's
one of
off
Pete's takes that was another one of Pete's takes earlier today, saying that the Patriots and that the Dolphins are trying to trade Jalen Waddle into the Patriots are one of the teams.
That's not so far. Let me explain why I'm asking this question first, okay? And me and Mike know this. There is definitive proof and rumor that there was some talks between, I'm not going to say the team, but there was talks between the Dolphins and another team for someone, and Jalen Waddle was part of the trade package. Okay. My thing is that I was, I've been thinking about this, especially with Deebo's trade rumors are heating up. And the attitude and the way that Jalen Waddle was during his I Am Athlete interview, it kind of feels like
he's not gonna be here.
Yeah, it was almost like he wasn't as hyped as I thought he would be.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I watched that to get a read on him, and I fell asleep. That's how mundane.
Yeah, it was me.
He's kind of a.
Jamar Chase was going ham. And
Jalen Waddle's kind of a low key guy. I mean, did you see the guy when he got drafted?
Yeah, he's not.
He just walked up and okay,
really
what's
hype,
up? He's just. I mean, to me,
yeah,
from what I get, he's like a low key guy.
We saw him get hype. But you saw him get hype when
Yeah.
talking about like the best receivers from Alabama, the best receivers from LSU. You saw him get hype. They asked him about Tua. He was like, that's my dog.
Look, to his limitations, guy. I mean, I'm not putting you down. I don't come on here to argue. I'm an affable, warm guy. But I mean, that's not going to happen. I mean, you said that there was definitive proof, and that was followed by the word rumor. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Okay,
Mike knows what I'm
Deebo will
talking.
not come here.
Okay, all right. I understand what you're stating, and I'm not gonna say you're wrong. What I am gonna tell you
Mike,
is
you
that
got a beautiful smile, dude. He's frozen.
Ooh, he's frozen.
He's gonna be stuck there for a minute.
Mike and I knew of trade talks that Miami has had before everyone else did. We have a source that we knew about trade talks even for Tyreek Hill before it happened. That's how I got that information, and it's pretty. I will say that the source is pretty good.
Well, I mean, there's no question. Miami, before they got Hill, was calling San Francisco about Samuel. They were calling Seattle about DK Metcalf too. But I mean, they got their guy, and I mean, you can't just have two guys that are going to make around $30 million a year.
Well,
at
you
the same
can.
position.
The Rams showed that you can do that.
Yeah,
well,
why not?
Yeah,
guys,
they did.
here's the thing where people tend to forget.
We got to spread the wealth.
Okay. But here's the thing.
Got to be balanced.
There's gonna, if you get every
Jalen
single
Waddle's better than Deebo.
top 5 receiver out there and put them on one team,
I'm okay to say that.
there's not enough mouths to feed. Because there's going to be only one quarterback throwing the ball. Then what's going to
That doesn't matter. I don't like
get
that.
Fights in the locker room.
I think the
and
Dolphins fan base is suffering from bad vocabulary. That's bad. There's not enough footballs to go around. It's always been that way since the creation.
So I said this earlier.
It doesn't matter.
Drivitron, you're gonna see right where I'm going with this. There's been a team recently, and all of this is about recency bias most of the time. There's been a team recently that had the amount of weapons we have now and made it work. But what type of quarterback did it take to do that? And very established, experienced
quarterback.
Soul-sucking quarterback.
I'm just saying it can be done. The too many weapons argument was smashed.
Yeah, that falls by the Tampa Bay blew that right out of the water. You think they was complaining when Gronk signed with them after they had Antonio Brown and all those wide receivers? They wasn't poo-pooing and saying, "Oh, we have too many weapons." That's not in their vocabulary. Great teams do not have that in their vocabulary, that there's not too many balls to go around or that's overkill. Great teams doesn't have that as a part of their vocabulary. They said we're going to do our best to field the best team possible on the field and let the other team's defensive coordinators deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, look
it's funny you mention that crypto is because they had we would have Deebo. For an example, who's going to be your slot receiver? Jalen Waddle. You're going to have Jalen Waddle. Deebo,
they can rotate.
Yeah,
they can alternate.
Okay, so you got
no one's fixed or pigeonholed into a position. They can rotate.
Okay,
and that's the beauty of it.
So
they can all alternate.
Jalen, and then you have Tyreek Hill. Okay, and you have Getsik in your tight end position.
Yeah, sounds pretty dope.
Okay.
Right.
I'm telling you right now,
Okay,
if they get Deebo Samuel, if they get Deebo Samuel, this is what's gonna happen. Every single team, when they play Miami, is going to have to play their nickel formation or their dime formation because we're going to run a 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 running back set for the majority of the time. And then when we're not in the 3 wide receiver set, you're going to see one of the wide receivers in the backfield as a running back, and then you're still going to see all 3 of them on the field at the same time. You're not going to get those 3 guys and not put them on the field 90% of the time together.
Actually, Crypto, where would you put Cedric Wilson? The guy
Cedric Wilson would be your 4th receiver.
Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, he would be the 4th guy. And then when one guy gets a breather, like on 2nd or 3rd down, then you just bring him in.
I think
when Jalen Waddle's a little gassed from running 60 yards, he can come off and
Cedric can come in.
Go ahead, Nick.
Right.
Hang on, y'all, let Nick get in. Let Nick get in. Go ahead.
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves because this all banks on this offensive line. You have to have this O-line to be able to do these things. So let's just hope that it all works out, right?
I think the line will be
that's
fine.
all we got is hope.
I think they've already got
I
it.
think the
I think the offensive
fine.
line is done.
Because
Yeah, I
you
think they'll be
mentioned
fine.
with Tampa, they bring in all these weapons exactly, but guess what? They also had one hell of an offensive line to make sure Brady could make it happen.
And you saw the very next.
Yeah,
year
but he
what
only
happened.
got like
The line got hurt.
an extra two.
Crypto.
Brady manipulated the pocket.
Crypto going through a tunnel.
Crypto, you're
Yeah,
cutting out, buddy.
no, you're good. We heard the end of it. That was the best part.
Yeah. No, I'm saying he went to the. No, I'm saying Brady manipulated the pocket a good percentage of the time.
Well, yeah,
to
but
create an extra fraction of a second.
Right, and that's where
to
Tua
get that.
excels. That's where Tua excels.
Alex still hasn't
So it's
realized
not like
what
we're
happened.
asking them to hold it a 10-second pocket here.
Right,
They need fractions of a
right,
second
but you
here.
still have to have. He had.
You know what, Mike?
Crypto,
I'm
stop
really
the
gonna.
nonsense.
Bro,
I'm
it's
really,
been like
really
the last
gonna go
hour.
off on you.
It's been like the last hour and 15 minutes, Alex.
He didn't know it was like
looked
that.
at my phone.
Since
I haven't
Driven
even
got on
looked-
here, bro, I had it.
I haven't even.
He
looked at my
didn't know
phone,
it was
guys,
like
okay?
that.
No, because
he
I
knew
haven't
it was
even
the
looked at my
first time I
phone.
did it. He changed it back, but since you got on, I had to show you what it said.
Oh my god.
I haven't looked at my phone. That's why.
And there's this credit gonna be on YouTube. It's called receipts. Bro, you gotta have some defending to do.
Yeah, Crypto.
Huh?
Explain it. You gotta
Yeah.
explain it.
I see that 60-40. Stop the nonsense.
Yes, that's the new language. I'm gonna have to teach
No,
this
stop
Dolphin
the
fan base.
nonsense.
I'm gonna have to teach the Dolphin fan base new vocabulary. You cannot say that we're not 60-40, and you are forbidden to say
I have no
that
clue.
we're having overkill. Get that vocabulary out.
Stop the nonsense.
And there's not enough football scored around.
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
We don't play that.
No, I just.
Oh my god, Mike, question for you, bro.
Going back to
Question.
the offensive line, I think.
So-
that go on. Go ahead,
So,
Alex.
no, I'm sorry, Ali. Question for you. All right, so I'm thinking about going to the LA game. What do you
A few moments later.
Keep it early. And then Tua is the greatest of all.
Alex, I love you, dude. I'm just. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. And that was the perfect time. But what LA game are you talking about?
The Chargers when they're in LA, SoFi Stadium.
Dude,
What do you think about? What do you think about maybe getting a group together, go out there, you, me, Ennis, and maybe grab a couple other people to go.
We'll talk backstage, but I'm intrigued. But we'll talk backstage.
Intrigued.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk because I do intrigue, but I do have a small issue with something that you said, so I'll let you know.
Oh, I already know.
Not really
I
my
already know. I'm
issue,
sorry.
but
I'm sorry.
it is an issue.
I didn't. I'm sorry, Mike. I did not mean. I know exactly.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Nothing else matters. Not the mortgage, not the store, not my team and all their bullshit. For those 10 seconds or less,
Family.
I'm free.
Hey, we need Stephen D to come in here and say family.
Mike, I already know. I apologize. I did not mean to.
You're good, Bubba.
Get you
You're
mad,
good.
man.
Hey, just don't give me any more trouble. Don't even you know it. Just drop it. Let's move.
Yeah. Okay.
I ain't trying to. I've been very good about where I am right now, and I'm trying to stay there.
Hey.
Because this is.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
And sometimes.
Meanwhile, you two were standing around, finger popping each other's assholes.
We're not finger popping each other's assholes. What we're doing is getting shit done.
Wait a minute, ain't that Donnie Azor from the movie
There's
Wall
22
Street?
Jump Street. There's 22 Jump Street.
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, guys, we're getting down to my. You can tell I'm getting to that point where I'm having a little more fun than conversation, but it's fun because y'all make it easy.
He played in Wolf of Wall Street too, the new one, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Jonah
okay,
Hill.
so Aqua, I am gonna be doing
Yeah.
a show. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing it on this network, and I'm gonna be doing a full first round draft, and then we'll be covering the full second day. I won't be doing the third day, but I'll be doing the first night, and then I'll be doing the second day live stream during the draft. Got a buddy of mine that real close personal friend. I'm the godfather to his son, and he's gonna be jumping on with me. It'll be the first time y'all seen him, so we're really excited about it. But Q, it's actually me, Bubba. I was the one doing it. It's great. I've learned how to do this whole thing. You know, find my groove as a producer and the content creator at the same time. BH is and everybody, you know, they said, "Hey, Mike, can you do this? Here's the info," and then they just abandoned me. It's just all me, so it's okay.
Multi-talented.
But I need to know color. If you had a choice, and this is for everybody because I know everybody on here has multiple teams. I'm gonna start with color. If you had a choice, the Cardinals or the Dolphins to win a championship next, which one are you taking and why?
That's too easy because we already got two
that's
since
easy
I've been
for
a
Cole.
Cardinals
Right,
fan.
that was easy for
that's too
me
easy
as a
for
Cubs
Cole.
fan.
We've
Even though
already
we was
got
on
two
100
since
years
I've been a
ago.
Cardinals
I'm gonna get to you, Crypto. Go ahead.
Someone like me is.
Hang on. Let Kohler finish.
Oh, I was just gonna say we've already got two since I became a Cardinals fan, so I'm good there. I want my.
Okay,
Dolphins.
so what about
I
a national
bleed aqua,
championship?
man.
What about a national championship for the Hurricanes or the Dolphins winning a championship?
Oh man, that's tough. I think right now the Canes winning a national championship because it would mean so much more in the whole scope of college football and meaning for what they are and what they represent. But man, that's tough. I mean, Dolphins are the Dolphins, man.
Yeah. All right.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
No, and I've got a point for this, so I just hold there. Alex, Mets, Knicks, Islanders, Dolphins. If one of them could win a championship next, which one are you picking?
Oh my God! The Islanders went to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals
and didn't get there.
But didn't get there. They couldn't get past Tampa Bay, even though they took Tampa Bay to the limit. The Dolphins, we haven't made the playoffs since 2016. We haven't won a playoff game since 2000. The Knicks, we haven't won a playoff series since 2010, 2011, 2012.
Come on, where's your heart like?
Oh my God!
Brett, come on, it's easy.
It's tough.
The Mets got to the World Series in 2015. Oh my God! I would have to pick the Dolphins.
All right,
I would have to go with the Dolphins. Yeah,
Crypto, you're up. Of your favorite teams, Utah, the Cubs, the Dolphins. Who do you want to see win a championship next? Utah, the Dolphins.
Whew, that's a good one. I'll have to take the Cubs out of it because they've won one in 2016. They had two opportunities in 2003 and then in 2017. I mean, you know, so I would take them out. So now it's down to the Dolphins and Jazz. See, the Jazz made the NBA Finals 2 back-to-back, and Jordan ruined that for them. And thanks to the referee swallowing the whistle and not calling that offensive foul. So we lost our opportunity on that one because they swallowed a whistle against Jordan.
Yeah,
so
it was Jordan.
Right.
The refs swallowed a lot of whistles against Jordan in 2006.
Yeah. Then now we got Western Conference Finals back when since Stockton hit the game winner against the Rockets.
Yep.
Let me see. The Dolphins, 2016. I would still have to say the Dolphins now because the playout drought was bigger than the Jazz.
So
the Jazz are perennial contenders and they have a greater opportunity. So I would say the Dolphins. I would take the Dolphins.
I like that. All right, Nick. I already know what you're gonna say.
Next
but
question.
Tell me why.
Next question. What?
Tell me why.
Dude, just because this is my life, man. I mean, just how mediocre it's been and the laughing stock we've been. We've had the players, we've had a lot of talent, but
so hard to be a
the
fan
front
of a team
office
that's been
and
bad
coaching
for so long,
staff.
20
and now
years.
finally, I think that
so
our
bad.
front office is one of the best in the NFL, and our coaching staff has potential to be pretty good. So I'm picking Miami all the way, man.
All right. Ali, pick your favorite team. Who is it? The Dolphins you want to win next, and if so, tell me why.
Ooh, well, I'm just gonna break it down. So my NBA team is tied for most championships ever with Boston, which is the Lakers.
Boo.
17 of them. So that's I don't really care. We've won so many at this point. It's going to be between my favorite baseball team and the Dolphins. Period. My favorite baseball team is the Cleveland Indians, and the last World Series we won was 1948, which is one of the longest droughts
The Guardians.
ever. Yeah, the Guardians. Sorry, Guardians. Sorry. And oof, that's tough. You know what? My heart just isn't in it for the Guardians. It's gonna be the Fins.
Okay, Drubitron, favorite team to win next.
I'm a Miami sports fan. I've seen the Heat win it. I've seen the Marlins win it. I need my Dolphins. I like the Panthers too, but I'm not super big on the Panthers. I'd love to see them win one, but it's got to be Dolphins for me.
Esta and CT are my queens. He's not even listening. I can't get it. He doesn't even realize how big it is now. Brian, if you had to pick one of your favorite
Boo
teams,
the Lakers.
whatever sport, college or pro.
Miami Dolphins.
Boo the Lakers.
Okay, tell me why though.
Boo the Celtics.
Because it's Miami Dolphins.
That's right.
Hey, Esta and CT are my queens.
What else you want me to say? It's Miami Dolphins.
Hey, I hear you. I understand.
Brian just wants Tua to win a Super Bowl. He doesn't care about the Dolphins.
Right. He wants Alabama Crimson Tide.
Right. But so the reason I ask is I want to know now, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's always it came back to the Dolphins, and I know it's tough. For me, it's really tough. I've got the Texas Rangers they've never won. We've been there twice. We went back to back and didn't win either one. My Longhorns have been shit since 2005 in football.
I don't know if you can hear the music.
My Mavericks, since
talking,
2010, they were a laughing stock because they blew up a championship team and decided to try and make it work with a bunch of journeymen after that. Now we got Luka and it's all better. But I still think, for me, it comes down to, and the Stars, I've seen them win. Y'all all said you've seen them win. So in that aspect, it would be Miami. But for me, and this is my question to everybody, for me, it's Miami because of the momentous impact that would have on my dad and I, and the family ties that go back to why I'm a Dolphins fan, and the anguish that we've gone through. And I think that's why it would be Miami for me, because for Miami, it's my family's team. It's not just my team, and the rest of them, my dad and I root for the same teams on a lot of them, but Miami Dolphins are that's my family's team, and that's why I don't even know if I'd be able to handle if we won. I'd just be so overjoyed. I'd probably lose my mind and run naked through the streets with my cowboy hat on for Farmer's Porn 101. You know what I mean? But Color, if Miami manages to win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, what is that going to mean to you?
It means we're 500 in the Super Bowl with 6 appearances, and we can pop champagne without being laughed at again.
In the second part to the question, and then I want everybody to answer the two. I'm only asking these questions once. Is this the coach and the quarterback to do it?
Yes. Bob answer, no.
You said no. Okay. Do you want to explain, or do you want me to move on?
I mean, it's hard to, because we really don't. I mean, I'm only going on superficial anecdotes to say no, sight unseen. You know what I mean? Do I think that he believes he can? Do I think that our roster constructed the way it is, could we win a bowl? Yeah.
Oh, you hear the music, it sounds peaceful.
Okay. No, that's fair. I like that. Alex.
That's what I want. I just want to chill.
What would it
vibe.
mean if the
Just wanna
Dolphins were to win?
Chill vibe.
And do we have the coach quarterback combo to do it?
Panels that
it would mean a lot,
calms
to see the Dolphins win. I've been, like I told you, I've been the Dolphins since I was in diapers, since I was a kid. And then, going and having my uncles, even though my uncle is always too negative now these days about the Dolphins, because he thinks Mac Jones is a better quarterback than Tua. And he also thinks Jalen Waddle's overrated. But
sounds awful.
It would mean a lot. But I think that this is the quarterback, and this is the head coach that could do it. I believe in this regime.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me your final thoughts, Alex, for the night, because I'm going to be dropping people back one by one after this.
So my final thoughts for the night, is Mike. It's always a pleasure, for having you on. Love talking shit with you. Love bullshitting with you. You are an incredible person, a great family man, a great father, and also God bless you and your family. And let's just hope that the Finns continue going the right track. And we'll talk more about it when I get to Texas. And can't wait to meet you and have a beer.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm ready to pop that top. All right, Alex, appreciate you being on. All right, Mr. Drubertron.
Yes.
What would it mean if Miami managed to bring one home in the next 2 to 3 years? And do you think that this is the coach and quarterback to do that?
What it would mean? Validation, I get. Like, I'm a millennial. Okay, I'm 31. The Dolphins have been bad for 2/3 of my life. The later 2/3, right? And the first third, I had Dan Marino. And when you're a kid, you don't really appreciate it. But I can look back and see what a great storied franchise, what a great brand the Miami Dolphins were, and it's hurt to see the brand tarnished and the logo tarnished the last 20 years. We could thank our good friend Stephen Ross for that, but it would mean for me, it's just like unthinkable, right? It's just something I've never seen in my lifetime. So do I think that this is the coach and the quarterback? Man, I hope so. I think it's possible. I genuinely think it's possible. I don't think the last 2 years of what we've seen from Tua is what Tua is and what he will be. I think we've just barely scratched the surface. I hope I'm right. And if I'm not, I'll admit it. I'll be the first one to be here, But this is who we got, and I think we can win it. I think we can win it all. And to be honest, I think we could win it all this year. I'm that optimistic about this team. We've never, I was talking with Pamela and some of the other folks earlier, and this is a team that we've never had. This is an off season that we've never had. We've never done this before. It just feels different, and I hope the feeling is right. I hope I'm right, and if I'm not, then screw it. What's new? GG's.
Yeah, awesome. So that's funny. So give me your final thought. Leave us with a mic drop moment. I know you got one.
Final thoughts. Okay. We're gonna go 14 and
a few moments later.
I hate you. We're gonna go 14-3, and we'll win it all. Have a good night.
Damn! Love you, Drew. Talk to you later, bro.
Later, bud.
All right, Nick. I'm gonna go with you next. What would it mean for Miami to win?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. It would mean everything, dude. Like,
trying to find. All right, we're good. I appreciate everybody that came and stopped by the stream today. Pam, Q, AJ, Exhale stopped by for a little bit. Nabo, the squad. I appreciate everybody. Broken Skulliv. I always say it wrong. Broken. It's just going to be broken. All right. I appreciate everybody. We got the new followers with Q, Pam, AJ who hanged out with us. MCJB also hanged out with us. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to Sean over on YouTube for hanging with me, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good chat. And if you enjoyed it, let me know. Hop in the Discord. Let's keep the conversation going. It doesn't have to end here. Hop over there. Let's talk more. And let me know your thoughts too. I want to build a community here where we can share and talk. And I don't know why. I still had that on screen the whole time. And just to have a safe, cool, fun place where Dolphins fans can kind of gather and free from all the outside noises of the mainstream and the Twitter spaces and the toxicity that some of these other fan bases have. I want this to be a fun place for us to just come and talk and agree to disagree, and just do it right, have a fun time, and good vibes only good vibes. So thanks again to everybody. We'll catch you next time. Have a great night.